Starts, but then later there's running and screaming.
G'day everyone, Matt over here.
Sorry, is that me? That's me.
The brick boards here. At least I know the sound's working.
Why is Wally flat on his back? What are you doing?
Went a bit Wally.
Guys, I'm so lucky that I have you, because if I didn't, I would be pregnant by the end of the night and having fake parties who all rob me of my VIP points.
Yeah, I suppose skeletons really are not going to cost you an arm and a leg, are they?
To the Leicester Square store, and they had 3 people stood around feeling bags for the whole time I was there. What are you doing?
I was terrible at feeling those bags. I just can't.
I was. I was. I had security in Sainsbury's. Was it Sainsbury's? Morrison, all looking at me. And Tom said to me, I think we're being watched. I said, I'm not bothered. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm feeling bags.
But I haven't got a Woody. That sounds dodgy. I haven't got a Woody minifigure.
There's 2 now! It doesn't matter!
Well, g'day and good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are, and welcome along to this Family Brick Stream number 41 in this series or season. Hope that you're all going well, and for the 30th of November, you can feel it. Christmas is just around the corner. We've all been prepped for the last number of weeks. It feels like since Halloween. Literally the day after, all the Christmas decorations and all that, but I don't know, it feels like the night before the advent calendars come out, it starts to feel a little bit more like Christmas anyhow. So usual social media things, share, like and subscribe, press the buttons, all that sort of good stuff around there. Appreciate that, and shout out to the replay gang as well. This week we had Brian Bricks and Trevor's videos. So if you happen to be watching it back, just leave a comment down below or wherever you see it around the video, and I'll give you a shout out in the next one. So that's how we do that. And just quickly give our sponsor a little bit of a plug. Helps pay for a few things, streaming software, all that sort of stuff.
This video is brought to you by McCatsim Holiday Homes in Margate and Broadstairs. Great for a week's holiday or a weekend escape, being just over an hour east of London, UK. Treat yourself to amazing sunsets, a Lego wall, or great food. Visit www.macatsim.com and mention this YouTube video and we'll look after you.
And with that too, the other sort of thing, if you ever want to help the channel out and drop a super chat or something like that, it's always appreciated. And this week too, we've got, on the eve of Advent calendars coming out, the poll. Going to be asking the question, do you like on social media when you go on and you see all these posts for people doing their advent calendars and things like that? So the options are yes, it's cool to see what they are. No, it spoils it for me or spoils mine. No, have no interest, or aren't you too old for that? Isn't it something for the little kiddies and things? So I think with that, we'll just quickly have a shout out to the chat. Traveling Noodles, good to see you along again. Hope that you're going well this evening. And Madlib saying hello to everyone. And Traveling Noodles again. Hope you had a good Cyber Monday. Yes. Did you manage to pick up anything? I think we started, the stream went long last week, so we kind of rolled into that and made a few purchases and things. Brick Askew also saying good evening. Lady McBrick, good evening everyone. Hope you had a wonderful week. And dropped a thing about Christmas markets, and I think Cologne came out number 1, which is somewhere where Lady McBrick used to live. And One Brick Stud, good evening everyone. Share, like and subscribe. And Traveling Noodles, too many. So with that, we might just get some people in. So coming back again, we've got Madlib, and
hi guys.
as well we've got you. and
Evening.
Lady McBrick and One Brick Stud. How you guys all going?
Hello.
Oh, all good, thanks.
Where am I?
Say all good. On the edge of a cold. But yeah.
Right. Oh, there we go.
How you doing?
Yeah. It's I think it's just been a crazy sort of week. So off painting a house, and that's sort of pretty full on. Just trying to get that done because this
Inside
time
or
of year,
out?
inside. So yeah, no, it's if it was outside, particularly last morning too. I don't know about what it's like where you guys are, but it's
Yeah.
it's in the minuses at the moment.
We had snow this morning.
You had snow.
Yeah, it didn't settle, but yeah, it was snowing this morning.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
because you're a little bit up north, so I certainly know.
I'm right down south.
Okay,
So-
right.
I'm on I'm Bournemouth.
With that, I'll just not say anything anymore. So because they kept on talking about all these Arctic winds and blah 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 blah. So what's it like on the continent, Lady McBrick?
There is snow as well, but only in the mornings. But it's cold. So
Yeah.
cold.
Oh, it is. Where I'm from, it's
Yeah.
absolute brass monkeys. It is so cold.
Yeah. But if you like really Christmas markets, it's a good thing, because having mulled wine and all the other things only really taste good when the temperatures are down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gives you that.
Bratwurst as well.
So what'd you say?
Get a bratwurst as well. That's
Yeah,
always-
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gotta have a bratwurst.
Cool. And with that, I think we have a special guest in this week. Somebody that recently met at the last Steam show that we had, and is always in the chat and everything like that. So we'll welcome in KingOldendorf. KO, how you going?
Hey all, fine over here. No snow.
Excellent. And is it cold where you are?
Yeah. Yeah, I just got up when it got dark here. Yeah.
Which usually about 4 or 5 in the afternoon these days. So
Yeah.
it's
Happy
always
time.
weird when you're driving the kids home in the dark from school. It's like, wow, you kind of that's the daily thing that you do throughout the year. So it's like, okay, yeah, it's dark again. What?
Yeah.
Excellent. And for those that don't know KO, what's you do some great mocks, but what's your sort of background with Lego, and what do you like to sort of build and do?
I did have some early Lego set like Exo Force back in the beginning of 2000. I then into the Dark Age, and the Lego set that brought me back into Lego habit is the Ghost Ship from Star Wars Rebel in 2015.
Okay. Good
So
stuff.
that's a nice one to bring you back. And I take you probably still got that one then.
I still got it, but I didn't get the Phantom 2 with one with Thorn in it at all.
Oh.
Yeah. Because the new
It
one
was sold out. It was sold out before I got a chance.
Because even the new one, I still have yet to see that really go on any discount. I think Amazon Germany had a slight discount on it recently, but that's about it.
Oh, I didn't see that. I bought mine from Lego.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Germany loves discount.
Yeah.
Right.
And this is sitting there, Traveling Noodle saying that they had too many deals and going to be eating beans on toast or Xmas before buying Lego. Yeah, I think backstage we're having a bit of a chat, and Rick Askew was saying, the budget for next year might be under a bit of pressure, sort of thing.
But according to this theory, you need to buy now loads of Lego this year, because this year the budget is still there.
Yeah, we can blow the budget for 2023. Forget it. 2024 we start again January 1st.
I always like that when you get the get news like, okay, there's budget left. We need to spend budget in this year, and you think to yourself, what's happening New Year's? Is the economy crashing? Why can't we spend the money from 2023 in 2024? What's happening? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, you got to love government departments and things like that. If you don't use your budget, then next year you get less. So it kind of encourages you just to go for that spending. If only that worked with Lego as well.
Yeah.
Traveling noodles. Tell my husband that. LOL.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's. I think we sort of last week the stream went a little bit long because we were sort of sticking around for a couple of Black Friday deals and things like that, and I think the Argos was some good ones there. But then anybody else make any particular scores that they want to comment on, or just ignore and pretend that the budget happened?
No, but I did fold, and I did get the Avengers Tower, I have to say, because I was a bit disappointed in what Lego had to offer. So I just threw in my points and got the tower. So
Nice.
I did exactly the same. I put all my points in and got the tower.
Oh, brilliant! You got it as well. Nice. And anybody else? Anything?
At least in theory, it's not. It's shipped but not delivered. So I'm semi-owner of a tower, kind of.
Yeah. I think I'm still waiting for some Shop Disney stuff from about a week or so ago, because they're sort of like, oh yeah, well, estimated delivery date's like 6th to 9th of December or something. It's like, okay.
Lego was shockingly fast. I got the Iron Man Armory with the last of my points, so I ordered it at like 12:30 on Thursday night, and it arrived on Sunday, first thing Sunday morning. I've never had anything arrive that quickly from Lego.
Yeah.
Anywhere near as fast as that.
And it's shocking that they deliver it on Sunday, because Lego never delivers at the weekend. Neither Saturday and definitely not Sunday.
Okay, they do Saturday normally here, but I don't know if it's because it was Black Friday and Christmas that they're starting to work Sundays for the delivery drivers.
Yeah. No, I think I got some things early. Yeah, and I finally also too, because when I think the next day, the Friday, Insiders, the whole website went down. So
did it?
Yeah, it just all went down. So it's sort of like
everyone lost their points. You couldn't get to see your points, could you?
You couldn't get your points, and they had all the ones you need to redeem for like codes and things. So I gave Lego a call, and obviously sort of what's going on. They're like, the whole thing's down worldwide. So yeah, they're working on it. So,
yeah,
great.
Sure, if you can believe them.
Yeah. At the same time, then I started going on about all the scratch screens and things. So I actually got them to send them out, and much the same, they actually came pretty quick. So yeah, I don't know what
they must have done something with their. Are they all in separate bags? Are they all scratched?
They're all in bags, but it's the sort of thing for the Galaxy Explorer. You had 2 of the yellow ones, which I said I need 2 of those, so they only sent 1. And it's like, okay, so that's another phone call. But but the other thing, which obviously lots of people have also been getting their pre-orders on the museum.
Yeah, getting it early as well.
Yeah. But
it's not out until tomorrow, is it?
Yeah, some people have already finished building it. It's already in their cities.
Yeah, and that's spectacular. If that were the norm, I could see the point why you would pre-order something.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to refine it so that you do get it a bit closer. If so, a pre-order's like with any other pre-order, where you get it by the day it's meant to come out.
Imagine if you asked people a couple of months ago, you're going to get the new modular in November.
Yeah.
That's weird though, isn't it? It's kind of ruined a bit,
January, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
easier though.
it's kind of like the busiest time of the year, and somehow, like, your pre-orders are getting delivered, some cases almost a week in advance. The bricks and pieces are coming super quick. The actual things you're ordering off the website are coming super quick. Like, are we in the Twilight Zone? Like,
They must have just got someone, like some amazing person, employed someone new who's just been like, "Why are you doing this, this, and this?"
Yeah. Have you seen on their website? They've got if you look at the very top ticker that they have, where they normally put the offers, they've actually put something up about you can now order and collect. So they've got some new kind of online and collection thing. I haven't actually checked it out, but I did notice it was up there. So maybe they have jigged up their whole delivery organization system.
I was going to say I wonder if they're shipping from shops, but I don't think they are because they're still going through customs.
Yeah, it's still, mine still said it was from Belgium.
Yeah, from Belgium, which I think I don't know if it normally comes from Belgium. I thought Poland. I've had it from before.
Yeah, no, I've had them from Belgium.
Okay.
Yeah, just sort of wondering if maybe they had got a warehouse now in the UK or something. But I mean, if it's still coming from Belgium, I mean, it's.
Or is it that the British Customs have gotten better at handling stuff?
Yeah, it could be that. Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah. But even, I'm just trying to think. Like in the early days of COVID, which was pre-Brexit, and like obviously you didn't have the customs issue at that point, it was still taking forever.
Right.
I still remember some people paying for express postage to get things in 1 or 2 days, and other people would pay normally, and of course they'd get in 1 or 2 days, and the people who paid for express, it would disappear after 7 days. And of course, people were going to ring up customer service and go, I paid for express, it's gone missing. Had I been just doing normal delivery, that would have been better off. What can we do?
Yeah, right.
But let's see now. Traveling Noodles managed to get a good price on Haunted House. Just hasn't arrived. Yes. No, that's
yeah. Was it 30% off?
Yeah, it's like 30% off. It's retiring. It hasn't been on the website for quite some time, and it hasn't been in store for about a year, or at least the local stores and even London. Because it's one of those ones which you see it go on sale when it first comes out, and you're like, oh, pick it up later, and then it's like, right, you can't actually get it. Yeah, when that one popped up, I think I dropped that in the group chat and may have enabled a couple of others. So, still waiting on.
Yeah, I think Trav did as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
Has Nicole frozen for anyone else? Oh no.
Oh,
ignore me.
No.
I was thinking.
I think the same because it's sort of like.
Oh, then I froze. It was...
Cool. Might just take a quick whip around and sort of see what people are working on this evening. So, Madlib, where are we at here? What are you sort of working around?
I have decided, because tomorrow is December 1st, to build the Christmas tree.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, my Christmas tree in the house has actually been up for about 3 weeks, but so I thought I'll put the Lego one up on the first. But yeah, it's just started. It's just on the base now. So yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So
Cool. All right, then we'll see how that sort of gets on. Because the interesting thing I saw today on maybe it was Instagram was a video of somebody building a Christmas tree out of books, and you're just getting flat of them, and you sort of like piling them in a circle, and the circle as it goes up gradually comes in. It was sort of like a cool idea. It's just sort of look at it with that number of books, because it's as high as a person. It's like that must weigh a lot.
Yeah,
right.
All right then. Brick Askew, what are you going to be working on this evening? You're muted, maybe.
Am I still muted?
No, you can hear.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. I'm working on the Easter promo. It's not Christmas yet. Yeah, I figured I'd build it because I'm going to just make it. I had it ready to just pour the pieces into my sorting bin, and I thought, well, I might as well build it before I part it all out. So yeah, that's what I've got. Yeah, yeah, Easter. Or I've also got a couple of others in case if I have time. I've got the Boba Fett mech, which again, a breakdown. I just got that for the minifig, and then more for the minifigs. So building them, but
cool.
with the intention to just break them down. Got this for like £13, I think it was, down from 35. I think it normally is, maybe even 40.
Is that because of the box condition?
Yeah. And then my brother has like a second job in Tesco, and he got a 10% discount because he happened to message me. He was like, "Oh, do you want this?" Yeah. So got it extra cheap.
Won't say no to that. So
no, exactly.
Yeah, they had Optimus Prime half price in Argos, and went and picked up one of those, and the box was beaten up really badly. And it's always I don't know what you guys are like. Anytime I go to Argos and get something, the boxes are always in a state. It's like,
oh really? They've been fine for me. It's the fact that they stick. Well, I mean, I really don't care about the boxes, but they put a massive great sticker on it. So anyone that cares about boxes has got to contend with like some massive sticker.
I'm trying to rip that off. Yeah. So cool. All right. Well, we'll check back in on the Easter Bunny a little bit later. Go from Halloween. We'll just skip 6 months ahead after Easter, back to Christmas. We're all good. So, and KO, what are you going to be working on this evening? I think you're muted.
I'm just building a speed champion.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I don't know. I know nothing about car, so I am building the sandwich one, wherever it is.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, it's regardless of the cars and that, the speed champions always have some really interesting techniques, and some of them now have got those little 1 by 1 by 2/3 little round pieces. Quite interesting to sort of fiddle around with and to play with. I've been looking at doing some mocks and using a couple of those and trying to get them. At the moment, they're so expensive. You're almost like, okay, I think this Speed Champions car has 9 of them and they're on sale. Oh, that's actually cheaper than trying to get 9 off Bricklink.
For them.
I only bought it like yesterday, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah. Okay, cool. We'll check back a little bit later on and see how you get on with that. And then moving along to One Brick Stud. What are you going to be working on this evening?
I'm building the Christmas holiday diorama set.
Nice.
Yes, I'm building that at the moment. I'm well into the Home Alone set currently. Almost halfway through, to be honest. But tonight, going to be building the Star Wars holiday diorama, and perfect timing. With the advent calendars, we can start opening them as of tomorrow. Not all of it, door by door. It's tempting to open the whole lot. But it's great. It's one of those sets where it's like nobody asked for, but and I think it's got a very short shelf life, and it's great. I like it. You get these. I think probably the most prestigious parts of the set's already been built, which is the Christmas jumper, Ray and Finn. And do you know what? I think I've said this before. It's a nice set just to put all your Star Wars Christmas figs in together. And really looking forward to building that tonight.
The Jedi book in that is the or the whole thing. Yeah,
that's what I'm just about to build. Yeah, well, yeah, that's what I'm just constructing now. It's it's really, really cool. Yeah, it's print, no stickers in this set, all printed.
Yeah, as you pointed out, the 3 month shelf life. It'll be interesting to see, if it is just a pure 3 months, or if we get it returning next Christmas or something. So
yeah,
it's an interesting one. And then just in there, boss man, still building Central Perk. Yeah, it's sometimes I think this might be stream number 4 or something. I've used that for the thumbnail, so I am actually up to bag 4. I think there's been 1 or 2 streams where I actually haven't really laid a brick, so it sometimes does sort of happen that way. Because yeah, it would be nice to get into like a Christmas something at some point. So, and with that, Lady McBrick, what are you working on this evening?
I am building something that some might not even know what it is.
No.
For all you whippersnappers out there.
Oh, I absolutely love it. I rarely really spend my VIP points on these kinds of sets. But for that, I couldn't help myself. I'm old enough to know, and I feel nostalgia when I see it.
Yeah, that one, it looks a lot better than the castle one that's out at the moment as well. That one, that cassette player, I was actually tempted by. But yeah.
Yeah,
it was. I think I saw the obviously the castle. I think it's about 2,400 points, and Tiago I think had a review up today, sort of, or just on his feed, and he didn't seem very impressed with it. And then I looked down the bottom, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm provided by Lego, and it's like, well.
I think there's a rebrickable set of instructions for it, because I can't imagine there's many unique pieces.
I think the only things may have been the micro nano figs or whatever they call them.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Macro
what do they call them? Macro?
It's called macro fig.
Micro. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's a nano fig then?
Yeah.
Is that something?
I thought that is a nano fig.
I thought the micro figs were the Spider-Man ones with short legs. Spider-Man ones. I might be wrong.
Spider-Ham.
Yeah.
Yeah, there might be another one in there, but no, we just have a drawer full of them, so they kind of don't really ever get used for anything. It's like, oh yeah, just chuck it in there. But,
I kind of like them. I collect them in all kinds of colors, like pink, blue, black, green. Yeah. And the printed one.
The printed ones, there's been some, rare ones as such. Like I think some of the Avengers ones, I think they've only done them in certain sets or.
Right.
Ant-Man maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the white suits. The
yes, the time travel.
Yeah. And Star Wars had a few. I think could it be that there is nano figures, which are the one in the castle sets and all the colored ones, Harry Potter ones. Maybe the macro ones are the ones which are, for example, in the Vader castle, which are just a tiny bit more bulky.
I don't know. Don't know if I've seen them.
I think the the micro figs, they're all, from what Google is throwing up, they're almost like they've got no arms, but they've still got the rounded heads. That probably really doesn't make any sense. But sounds like
version you're looking at.
Well, the Avengers Tower, the Ant-Man in that, is Lego classed that as a minifigure? It's 31 figs.
I think so.
It's not technically 31 figs, is it? It's about 28.
I heard someone saying one of the designs like 31 characters or something. They said it quite specifically, like 29 minifigures, 31 characters.
Oh, okay.
Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because there's on last week on the Beyond the Brick 24-hour charity
yeah.
had some of the designers on there, and yeah, that's what they're saying. As you say, it's like characters of 31, but so they're very particular about what the press release says. Trying to bring up nano thing. So this has got. I don't know how much I can
Could
trust.
it be these figures?
Oh.
Yeah, I think that was about.
Yeah, that the micro figure I meant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So they've got like minifig size heads, have they? they
Baby size heads.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it's still got like a stud on top.
Right.
Oh, you saw that in a Harry Potter
stud
board
on
game.
top and one at the bottom.
And one at the
Yeah.
bottom.
And they are printed in different forms as well. Focus.
Focus. Come on, focus. You can do it, little camera.
Focus.
Come on.
Doesn't.
Put a
Had it for a
stopwatch on
split
it. How
second.
long it takes.
Your camera doesn't want to focus. You just want to focus on the beautiful bill behind you.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, you can see the bugle and everything there. So.
Right.
Yeah, I think. I mean, this is interesting, but yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
They got them as micro figures, but who knows?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I don't think I've really seen them before. But what? Anyhow.
I'm not really sure where mine are from.
Yeah, I was going to say, you seem to have that readily at hand. It's like...
It's in my bag of random pieces.
Oh, okay.
These micro figures come with the Lego board game.
Yeah, they came in 4 games. Harry Potter had one.
Pardon?
Yeah, they had figures like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be.
Because then it's the big Hogwarts castle, which has the little nano figs, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
Loads of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tons of those things. So, cool. So yeah, the other what are we going to start with? Maybe a couple of the new releases and things. It's been a little bit of a quiet week. We've had in the last day or so. It seems that Lego's been teasing the actual Fortnite collaboration, and you've had now on your Epic, which is who makes Fortnite, you can link your actual Lego Insiders account to the game account, which that's kind of interesting. It's
I don't want to believe it.
Sorry?
I don't want to believe it.
Yeah, no, it's
Why did you want to believe it?
I have raised problem with Fortnite, so don't ask me anymore.
I can ask you more. What's your problem with Fortnite? I mean, I've never played it. Well, I played it once. It's not for me.
Nor have I. Never played it. I'm a gamer. Love gaming, but I've never played it.
Save your money. So, there. All the things you can link, your Steam account, Nintendo, and down the bottom corner there is the Lego. And now there's some issue with focusing, but anyhow.
Interesting. So what's that about? Why would you link your Lego account?
Well, that's the thing. It's really unclear as to why you'd be doing that. So,
nobody knows.
Another random thing, probably completely unrelated, but still noteworthy of like a third party with Lego. But Bricklink were advertising the Insider program on Instagram earlier.
Will they?
Yeah, they put a post up about like join the Insider program, which got me jumping from 2 to 100. Imagine if you got VIP points for your Bricklink orders.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow, that's
I think for the Bricklink Designer program, you earn VIP points or
Yeah.
insider points.
Yeah, okay. I guess that's because you're buying it through the Lego site, aren't you?
I think so.
Yeah,
There might be some change, but for now they keep doing it through Lego.
Ah.
yeah. No, you. Yeah. So this is the Bricklink, and yeah, it's got the insiders.
Yeah.
Look at the description is not much of anything useful. It's just everyone's welcome inside Lego Insiders. Oh, I hate that. A place where builders of all ages find their people. It just gets worse. Follow their passion. Get rewarded. Join today.
Welcome to reality.
Oh.
Where hope and dreams crush.
But that's. I know. Imagine if you could get points for that. That would be. Given how much you spend on mocks and things.
Yeah, right.
How would that work? Does a Bricklink shop report back to Lego what they sell?
Must do.
I think Lego, they nowadays they have pretty good, not so much integration, but they can see what's going on there. Because certainly if you're acquiring Lego through certain ways and you're not meant to sell it on as resale or whatever, people have been getting picked up for that for quite a number of years. So, but yeah, it's that's a really interesting one, because certainly, how much you spend on Bricklink. And a cheerio to Cabbage. Hope you're going well. I think he's is it Instagram? You picked up 5,000 followers.
Congratulations!
503 last I checked.
Yeah, I think you had another tank video do 1 million views or something, which is, I think you had like an upside down tank, and it's that classic clip of hey, you can't park there. Cool. Yep, we had the old Cabbage in last week, so definitely check out last week's stream. And some good conversation there of what Cabbage has been up to on some of his socials and things as well. So hope you're going well. And yep, that one did it. It's going a bit crazy. Hope all the panel is all well. Yeah, I think certainly are. And no, because certainly I think whenever I get onto TikTok, there's usually a queue of Cabbage tank videos there, which is always interesting. So
I actually saw the that big tank in a shop just down the road from me, and saw it at the shop window. It's huge.
Yeah,
big box.
Looks absolutely massive. Like when he's been building and things like that, and had on work in progress photos or whatever you want to call them, and it's massive. Like it's Cabbage. Is it 5,000 or like 8,000 pieces? Like there's a fair old piece count in it too. So, and the other thing, which I saw on Racing Bricks channel and a few others, the Orient Express have been able to motorize it. So
amazing.
What he did with that to get it to work is, I think it was off the Crocodile train. There's a couple of rubber bands that came on the actual wheels, and you put them on, and that increases the traction, because without it, the wheels just spin and slip. So that seems to be the main one, which I think he had that 3 or 4 days ago, and then I think I saw, was it Alex Nunes?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
He did something and a different sort of thing. I think he used a 9 volts and had to take the main engine wheels out, and both of them was interesting. If they put the motor in the tender and didn't have the engine on the front, it would work fine. As soon as they're putting the engine on the front, that's when they're starting to run into problems. So it's kind of like,
Yeah.
I watched
Yeah.
Racing Bricks. I couldn't tell you what he did. I don't know the train side things, but yeah, he got it running as well.
so no, he's usually pretty good with that and the technic aspects and everything like that. So, but it just almost seems senseless. It's like, if you get someone in the community who in a day can figure out how to do it, what do they mean that they spent money doing it and they couldn't figure it out? Like,
Yeah, that's a bit weird. I get why they might not have put it in because the cost would have probably gone up loads.
Yeah.
But to say that they couldn't figure it out, maybe they've just got these weird tests or like standards they've got to adhere to for trains that just maybe too high and just unnecessary.
Yeah. It's sad that there aren't 2 versions, but then you would exactly know what a motor costs. Because theoretically, you could have just version A motorized and version B not motorized for 2 different prices. Like,
I wish they'd done that with the Lighthouse. But
this was the interesting thing that Racing Brick pointed out, is that the way that he did it in the motors, you actually, even though they're the current ones available, like in sets, you actually can't order them from Lego. Like when you go to the page, it actually comes up with a 404 error. Like it's not even there. So
not even a chance of ordering it.
As he commented, and as one of my pet peeves or rants or whatever, it's like I don't touch any of the current motors and things. And I mean, even he's sort of like, well, if they've not even got the page there and the stuff isn't available, the discontinuation, Mindstorms, and all this stuff being all over the place, it's like, what is the future of motorization within Lego? Like, what's kind of going on with all this stuff?
Yeah.
Is it exciting or damning?
I think it's more sort of damning in terms of you can't get it, it's not available. There seems to be no consistency throughout the product portfolio.
Yeah, okay.
Sort of thing, and certainly anytime the recent Technic sets have put motors in, like you can have the tow truck without a motor and it's like 150 pounds, and then you get the Zetos, which is the same part count but has a motor in it, and it's another, that's 279 pounds. And so that the motor's costing an extra 120.
That's a bit mad. I did think about taking apart my Lighthouse and seeing if I can just take the motor out of it to try and mess around with it in mocks of some sort. I don't know how. I don't think it's that integral to like the structure because I never use it. The motor part of it.
Yeah. That seems a lot when we've been doing mocks and things. Yeah, you use the motor and you try to make it accessible because you'll like use it for 5 minutes and then later on you'll cannibalize it into a different model or something.
Yeah, that's a good thing to take note of, actually. Yeah.
And yeah, just getting back to Cabbage in his tank. It's an incredible build, challenging, but so good. Fair play to Kobe. And yeah, 8,000 pieces.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Well, yeah.
It's a lot. I mean, you think about it. That's 8,000 pieces. I think. How much does the Falcon have? The UCS, it's about 7,500.
I was going to say, is there anything other than the world?
Yeah, 7,500. Titanic is 9,090.
Yeah, okay.
And what was the Colosseum? Was that? I want to say that was around 9,000, but could be wrong on that.
550 quid for 8,000.
Isn't the what's that one set? That big map of the world? Isn't that 10,000?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Most of them are done, so.
Yeah. I most people sort of go, yeah, for ones which are brick built or whatever it is, because the world map. saying a 12th scale and going to get the Iron Express. I think it's a beautiful set.
I do like it, and it is on my radar for possibly like the one big set that I buy next year, or like a few big sets. So, yeah, I'll see what else. It's a contender.
I like that how you're already starting to like one big set or two big set next year. Like,
we'll see how the budgeting goes. We'll see how hard reality hits, I suppose.
And Cabbage, what do people think about pre-orders rocking up early? Hope this has changed for Lego. Yeah, we I think probably just before you popped on, we sort of commented on that. Bricks and pieces are arriving pretty quick. And even anything people ordered on Black Friday turned up like Sunday, Monday. So whatever they're doing, if they can do more of it. I think we're joking that they've probably got an intern there who's probably just gone, oh, wait a minute, you can just do it like this and everything works faster. Guess who gets fired next week? Mine never arrive early. Yeah. It's, I saw you commented on that traveling noodles. It's maybe it's just trying to think what's common to all of us apart from being in the UK, apart from Lady McBrick. But the Germans usually a crazy market for Lego anyhow. So
yeah.
German always crazy for market.
Yeah.
Well, we've got the German and market in the same sentence. Christmas markets.
Yeah.
That was a fantastic segue there.
Yeah.
It's only downhill from here. So yeah, you sort of sent us a video, and Cologne came out as the number one.
Yeah.
So what's the attraction with Christmas markets? I'm still trying to wrap my head around it.
I think it's the ability to be outside and drink alcohol, because basically that's just what you do. You eat the sausages and all kinds of Christmas food and drink alcohol. Yeah, the Christmas sausage, the holy Christmas sausage.
Give that one. Just give that one there.
I love a German market. I'm going to the Victorian Fair tomorrow. There's a 4-day Victorian Fair that happens every year, and it's you get pretty much everything that you would get in a German market. You know, giant hot dogs, mulled wine, hot cider with a shot of brandy. Would recommend that. That is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like a German market. They're just like ridiculously Christmassy. Admittedly, the one near me is like 80% tat, like weird stuff that you just wouldn't buy. Like fleeces with wolves' heads on them and like massive iPhone cables and stuff like that. But it's really good food. And the Kusse, I don't know, is that the name? Like the marshmallow coated in chocolate with the waffle on the bottom.
Right.
It's expensive though, isn't it? We have some hot. Last year, I bought like a giant hot dog. I had to sell my car to add onions to it.
They didn't even do onions on it at my local one anymore. They used to. Just not even an option. Onions are too expensive.
Cost of living just really getting up the markets as well then. I guess
if they had like good stuff, if they had like Lego and actual stuff you'd want to buy, you could spend ages there.
But you probably then still be looking at it and it's like, you know, that's even over retail.
If there's something a bit special about it, then it's got a little memory link to it, I guess, as well. I was surprised to see Mainz on that list as well. Because I lived there for the best part of a year, and I don't remember it being special. The Christmas market. especially compared to like Nuremberg, which was that was a good one.
Yeah. That I would have expected on the list. I was shocked that London is only on 10th place. Vienna is it's a traditional one. It's a really, really beautiful Christmas market.
Where is the London one? Is that down by? Would you know? By South Bank? I don't know where the London Christmas market. If there is one London Christmas market,
I think it's next door to Greg.
Say again, sorry.
I think it's
or
next
to Greg.
door to Greg.
Well, Matt, you're pretty London-ish based.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sort of thinking. Obviously, whenever you go past Leicester Square, they usually do something right outside there. But I think that's more just the little thing. Is it sort of more the ones sort of along Oxford Street or something?
Maybe. Okay.
Because I know a few years ago
I've never ever seen them on Oxford Street.
Or one of those sorts of ones. I hardly go. Yeah. So I hardly know these things. But a couple of years ago, we the kids were much smaller, jumped onto one of these little buses, which then went around like all the lights and all the different markets and things, and that was quite nice because it's dark by about 4:00, so you can sort of do that and 5 or 6 when the kids are just there and looking at all the lights and things. And, it's not too cold or too rainy.
I think the only Christmas market I've ever seen in London, because I used to go up late, was along the South Bank. That's the only time I've ever seen a Christmas market in London. Yeah,
you got right by what they call it, Festival Hall or something.
Royal Festival Hall.
Yeah.
I used to work there. So.
Did you?
Yes. Yeah, I used to work in the retail shops on the South Bank. So. I know the South Bank quite well.
Are you still London? Do you still live in London now?
No, I moved back up. I'm in Birmingham now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I thought you said you were. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Going to go to the Birmingham Lego shop. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So we
planning to this week till the rail strike stop that.
I know it's. Well, I can't.
Yeah, but they had a thing on the radio this afternoon. One of the is it the RMIT or something or whatever? One of them has now agreed to a deal, so they're fine. But the actual drivers are still striking. So I guess if the stations have got people there, but the trains are not going, and that's different.
Yeah. You have to get out some of them old hand pump ones and go track yourself.
Could you imagine the state of the country if we're resorting to them for the train system?
I mean, they've been striking for ages, haven't they? Like a year, 2 years now.
Because no one's been doing anything to stop them from striking. No one's been resolving anything, I guess. No.
Yeah, it almost seems like they want it to go really bad, so then they can justify, any of these anti-strike laws.
Yeah, that's the other side of it, and the same with protesting, right? We are at risk of going down a proper political rabbit hole here, but it does seem it wouldn't be whether it was intentional or not. It's played into the hands of anti-union, anti-striking.
Yeah, I think they came out today and said the teachers one now they have to have a minimum number of staff or something or other, which kind of defeats the whole purpose. And part of the justification is, we lost so many days during COVID, and it's like, well, everyone lost days during COVID.
Teachers what I never got. As a teacher myself, it's if anything I've ever wanted to improve is actually working conditions, not salary. Cause it's sort of like it's unnatural the amount of hours you got to put as a teacher, and they want money to reflect that. But for me, no, I'm like the money can stay the same. It's just reduce the workload.
I imagine a lot of people prefer that. I had was a teacher, and she was working 6 days a week. And it was long days as well. It wasn't just, and then it's stressful on top of that. Because I did think about at one point about being a teacher, and after seeing the effect of it, I was like, I'm very glad that I didn't go down that route. And I had full respect to people that do, basically, because I can handle it.
When you go to do teaching degrees at uni, it was you get half-term holidays off. You don't, and you're working 6 or 7 days a week, and you get up early, you get to the school early, you just prep for the lessons ahead, teach the lessons, get home, plan, mark.
That's it. It's the planning and the marking in the evening, isn't it?
Exactly.
And you start early, finish late. If you've got to, I don't know, do detention or something, that's an extra hour or so on the end of your day.
That's it.
Yeah. Isn't there also a lot of other stuff that they ask teachers to do nowadays? It's almost like some of what you'd expect parents to do is now being pushed on teachers.
Yeah.
Like childcare is being pushed more on teachers. And,
In about 10 years' time, teachers will be organising their students' mortgage.
If someone could organise my mortgage, that would be all right. I'd take that.
I need a maths teacher, please.
But there's so much pressure on everyone, even parents. Like schools are putting pressure on their parents as well. I mean, like a few weeks ago, we was hearing about what Trevor and
Trevor's
they've got to like prepare their
log into and stuff, right? And
it's
basically it's like every day they've got to check in stuff or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's mind-numbing the number of announcements and things which come out from schools, and a lot of the time it's like last minute. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, the kids are going to be back from their trip early today. You need to pick them up, and it's like, well, okay, right. So I was thinking I was doing it this time. Now I'm doing it that time, and you're just giving me 2 hours notice. Great,
How did people ever survive before all of these notifications and everything like that? Before you could be constantly badgered.
Yeah, I just have like an email filter which dumps it straight into like a folder, and then half the time I don't pay attention to the folder anyhow, because it's like it's almost like if it's really important, you'll hear about it through the grapevine.
That's why mine as well. That's why I just have let my emails build up till they're about 200 or 300 unread, and then I just mark all as read. Filter through every now and then to filter through to see, like, a scan over to see which ones look important, and then if I miss anything, someone will let me
know. Then Travelling Noodles, I've heard Birmingham Christmas markets are worth a visit.
Yeah, they are. I go there every year with my wife, and we're going. We were thinking about actually going this weekend, but obviously we can't. Well, we can drive to Birmingham, but like I've said before, I just hate driving around Birmingham, places like that, especially when you've got like, the Frankfurt markets open. But we're going in a couple of weeks. But Birmingham one is a good one. It's massive.
Yeah, I feel like that too. Nicely laid out, fun attractions outside the library as well.
They got an ice rink and a big. They got a couple of large rides. They do the typical Ferris wheel, but then they've also got one of those swings which goes up and you swing out. That goes quite high. So we got one of them this year as well. So it's quite nice.
Cool. And then just going back, Travelling Noodles, mine never arrive early, and when they do, DPD send them flying over a 6-foot gate.
Yeah.
I think our courier holds them until he has a lot. LOL. The thing which we've got sort of like 2 doors, and one has got like a porch which is covered and like sort of open, and then one just is like not covered. So of course it'll be raining, and where do you think they put it? On the one that's not covered.
I do miss having a porch, actually. If they actually use a porch properly, it's really good for having your deliveries just dropped off in, because I don't. And this Amazon driver chucked one down the side of our house because they knock on the door and don't wait for anyone to answer. And admittedly, we did miss it. I think they knock really lightly. And it was just completely soaked overnight because it sat there for a day. Luckily, it's for the tenants that used to live here before, and they haven't changed their address and everything. So it's not a problem. But,
Like, put your mail redirection in. Although if you're still doing Amazon deliveries to the wrong door. Well,
Yeah, so they did have food turn up the other week as well, and it's like just yeah, no, probably shouldn't take that.
yeah.
No.
But no, ours. I think one time ours, they actually put it inside the garbage bin.
Yeah,
And
they
there was one
had
of
a spate of doing that and got in loads of trouble because they were putting in people's recycling and then it was going in the bin.
Yeah. Well, this was inside the wheelie bin, so they lifted the lid up, put it in there. Or
Yeah.
whatever. And then a couple of days later, because you get those, it's been delivered, and you sort of like looking down the side of the house and over here and over there, and even knock on a neighbor's door. It's like, well, what are we talking about here? And you got to put the garbage out, and just happen to put something on top, and it's like, oh, wait a minute, what?
In the actual rubbish bin as well.
Yeah.
Not even in like recycling.
Yeah.
Maybe they disapproved of your purchases. Like, okay, that's
You've had too many things. This you need to teach you a lesson about spending.
let me do you a favor.
It's one job, particularly coming into this time of year, you probably wouldn't want, because I don't know if you ever see them and they pull up and their cars are just completely overstuffed with things, and
Yeah.
and occasionally you catch them or whatever, and they're like, "Oh, you've got 180 stops to do." Wow.
Yeah, you see like DPD, which is quite good for the Lego tracking. It tells you like how many stops they've got, how many stops away they are, and some of them are regularly like 80, 90 stops on not even on a busy day.
To get to it, yeah.
Which seems insane to me. I can't get my head around how you would do that many deliveries.
Yeah.
That many deliveries, and then even just how you're organizing it, because what it tells you, you're coming up to a stop, and they always seem to be rummaging around in their vehicles. It's like, so what, you get to the depot for pickup, and they just here's a big thing of stuff, and you just put it in and hope for the best. Like,
yeah, you'd hope they had it organized, because I'm guessing that the route is planned out for them by a computer, but then you'd also hope that the parcels are given to them in the right order. But like you say, they're always rummaging about.
But even if you've got you've got a car or a van or something, you've got 180 odd packages, and they vary in size. Some's going to be a massive little thing, and then the others are going to be tiny ones. So I don't know. Maybe it's just my mind logistically going through this when it shouldn't. But
yeah,
I guess they've got to fit it in the van, haven't they?
Yeah. But I think the other thing which got dropped into the group, and I put a link down below, is about collecting. And I think Holly on Film, so the dark side of collecting, and it's how people sort of view either it's a Lego hobby or any other sorts of hobbies, whether it's comic books, trading cards, Funko Pops, anything like that. So how does anyone here sort of view sort of Lego? Do you feel it's collecting, in terms of I'm just randomly picking on someone. So One Brick Stud, obviously you try to get most of the Harry Potter stuff. Nicole, I think you go for most of the modulars. Do you see it as collecting, or what's your sort of take on
it? Yeah, I see it's collecting, but I see it more as a passion than anything else. But I collect Lego Harry Potter, but I don't. And I've seen that video from Holly on Film, and we were both in a position where you think, right, do we need to get every single set? Because sometimes you come across a set that you don't particularly like, and you feel like you have to complete your collection. But like for me, there's a number of Harry Potter sets I really don't like. I absolutely hate the giant figures, the Harry and the Ron figures. and the brickheads. I don't like brickheads at all, you know. And but it's a collection, but I'll only buy it if I like it, and you know, and I won't waste money on, you know, trying to buy something to give me a sense of being a completionist. But it's just like everything. If I like it, I'll get it, and no pressure of expanding my collection. But I don't just collect Lego Harry Potter. I've got all sorts of Star Wars and Winnie the Pooh and Up House and other stuff as well. But alongside Lego, I got other things I do collect. I do collect the odd Pokemon card as well, because I grew up with Pokemon, and I do collect, because I'm a big Only Fools and Horses fan. I do collect a few Only Fools and Horses memorabilia as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and well, I see it as a collection. It's like just, but if it's just something, if I like it, I'll buy it and so on. But yeah, and it's obviously a huge commitment, but it's a huge part of your life, and you are investing a lot of money into your collection. So when I collect things, I always buy smartly as well. And yeah.
Do you ever, and I'll get this with other people as well, with your other collections and that, could you see yourself selling it? Not, I'm not talking about sort of just make money off it, just in terms of, could you part with it?
Probably not. No. Everything I've got to have a real connection to it. So like if I buy something, I've got to have a connection to it. Like the Home Alone house, which is something I've been recently added to my collection. I've seen the film 3 times already this past month. I do love Home Alone, and I couldn't part with it. It'd be very, very difficult. I don't really do anything that turns my collection into investments. I know sometimes when you buy Lego, you sometimes buy it and you think, I could make my money back on this in the future. So you sort of like you buy a set and that money stays with you. But for me, no, I can't see anything I would part with, because there's not many things I buy that I think, did I really need to buy that, and perhaps waste my money. You know, everything I buy is I've got to love it, and then your collection you love more, because everything you're buying you actually genuinely want, and you just, you know, yeah, that's it really. Yeah, I just make sure I buy everything I buy is just something I really, really want.
Okay. Yeah, because once upon a time used to collect comic books and everything, and then had to move from Australia to the UK, so had to sell most of them, which was interesting, particularly now when I look back on it, and sort of like sold it at the lowest point of the market, and some of those stuff, particularly after the pandemic, it's like worth 10 times what it was. So it's kind of but I think the other thing sometimes with Lego is it's been space. We get things run out of space, and things that, you know, half the time I find with Lego, it's the building experience. It's going through and actually putting it together and seeing how it was. And certainly during COVID and things like that, with sets that are just retired, you could often sell it secondhand for more than the retail of a new set that you paid for it. So it's almost sort of like, which then you can use to buy the next one to hold on to for a bit, and then once you get bored with that, then on-sell that and things like that.
Actually, I've never actually sold any Lego before. I mean, this year was actually the first set I actually bought that I didn't want, and that was the Justifier. So that was actually a set I bought, and it links back to when we were talking about damaged boxes earlier, because in the year, the shop not far away from me, which was the shop that I saw the big tank, which Kobe designed, which Cabbage Face recently built, they had the Justifier for £75 because the box was dreadful. You bought it and you just can't believe it. It's all taped up. It had splits in and holes in. But there was only one, and there was a few other Star Wars sets. There was a few other sets as well, but they all came. The boxes was completely damaged. But I got there before anybody else did, and I went to the shop, and my intentions was to buy it, and I got it. But there was somebody not far away from where I live that wanted the Justifier, just the Justifier, so they can expand on their own Justifier. So they wanted to flesh it out. So I bought the Justifier for £75, and the gentleman was happy to purchase just the ship for £70. So I went.
Awesome as well.
Yes.
Those figs for £5.
So I bought it, and I don't normally do this because when I buy Lego, I want to build it and display it and so on. So I actually bought it for £75. 2 hours later, sold it for £70, and it meant that I got the minifigures for £5.
A £5. Yeah, there's some great minifigures in there too. So.
But then I also sold at the time Omega for £20 because I knew it was coming out in a calendar.
Yeah. So do it that way and get it too. Yeah.
Dragon's Den next, don't I?
I am not one for. I would never be good at investing. I think kind of similar to what you were saying, Matt. Is like it's the build experience. Once it's built, that's the main reason I bought it. So I will tend to, like with anything, not just Lego. Like once I've had the value is what I paid what I thought the value was to me up front. If I make any money back off of it, then it's a bit of a bonus. So my Lego selling, I don't think I've made a profit on anything. Probably made a loss, but then I paid for the experience of building it and having it. But that's not a good investor's mindset.
Yeah, I think the other thing too is when you move, particularly if you move often, you kind of go, I really don't want to be moving this box multiple times. It's like, do I really need what's in it? Like,
yeah, that's what I had this time with this house move, because I used to, I think I've said before, I used to collect records, and I had between 1,500 and 2,000 vinyls, and bits of vinyl, and I've sold probably, I've got about 150 left, maybe 200. And just had to be absolutely brutal with cutting what I didn't want. And
with the ones that you kept, was it more because you had sort of direct sentimental value in terms of you remember when you bought it or a particular reason?
Yeah, that was definitely part of it. Like, because I used to play in clubs as well, so I'd be like, I remember playing this tune and it getting a particular reaction, or having a certain memory linked to it, or buying, or just a favorite album or record. Mostly sentimental, mostly just my absolute favorites. Not much to do with actual monetary value. I don't think there's many I've kept where it's like, I'm going to keep that because I know that's worth 50 quid or whatever, because it's all like underground drum and bass, and it's not going to appreciate in value too much.
You ever see like Lego as a collection within a collection? Because whenever somebody says to me, like my mum the other day, she was telling one of her friends, I collect Lego. I don't really say I collect Lego. That's too broad,
Go on,
mate.
I was going to say, I think Holly makes a really good distinction. Holly on Film made a really good distinction in her video about there being collecting, as in like collecting a series, a theme within Lego, or building a collection. And I'm definitely fall into the latter of that. Like, I don't have a particular theme. Like, I don't have the completionist mentality, but I would say I've got a Lego collection, and I do buy obsessively and compulsively, but it's not in one particular theme. It's not like, I've got to get all of this set, all of this like collection of sets, and then I'm happy.
Yeah.
Which is almost worse because there's no end to how big the collection can get.
I'm just gonna just break in for a sec there because we've got somebody who's just joined us and we haven't seen them in quite some time, and it's great to see them again. And even though I think they might be cold, I'm trying to figure it out. Either that or they've got a new fashion sense. Welcome along, Bonnie's Bricks. How you going?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. How's it going, everybody? Sorry, I'm just wearing this because I look a bit rubbish tonight because I've just been doing some sort of I can't really call it DIY. I don't know what you'd call it, home renovation-y stuff. So I was like, I'm not missing the stream again tonight. I miss you all too much and Lego, and I've not touched any Lego in over a month. So I was just making an excuse, and I get to wear my Disney 100 Christmas jumper thingy.
Yeah.
So
Very
yes,
cool.
it's very cool, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like a punch.
So you can see we're still loads of unpacking to do, but that can wait for another night.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good to see you all, though.
That's tomorrow's Bonnie's problem.
Yes. Definitely.
Cool. Yeah. So, apart from the Lego collection and things like that, is there anything else that you, Bonnie, happen to be collecting or into?
Yes. Let me show you. Oh my god! Right there. Okay, so this is the new obsession. So, if anyone ever grew up collecting things like Pokemon cards or ever was into like Magic the Gathering or whatever, and is also a Disney fan, they have brought out like Pokemon but Disney. It is like the best thing. It's called Lorcana. I don't know if anyone's heard of it.
Yeah.
What?
But this is
Lorcana.
Lorcana. It is
I
the
heard
best
of it
thing ever.
And I'm gonna collect them a lot of times.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's really, really fun, and we've been playing it as well. Actually, like playing the game with the cards and stuff. And the cards are just like so beautiful. Like the art is amazing, and they're really, really collectible. Like some of these cards are like really rare ones that you get, and some of them just sell for like stupid money on eBay and things like that. Whereas I'm trying to obviously collect them, but not trying to make a profit or anything like that. But they're just they're so much fun. So the second series has just come out. So I've got like 2 big chunky binders of these, but yeah, oh my god, it's addictive. It's a little bit like Lego in that sense. So yeah, really been enjoying that. That's been soaking up a lot of my money lately. But no, it's good. It's really good fun.
Yeah, between the Disney 100 everywhere and then extending into that.
I know, it's like the worst year of my life for like money and being financially like responsible, because it's
rubbish,
like
isn't it?
yeah, it's
rubbish
really
being an adult. I hate it.
yeah, it's really inconsiderate. Like I get a new house and like Disney 100 happens, and then Lego, and then Arcana, and then the other thing that's coming. Oh, it's just too much. It's just too much.
But Trevor used to collect die-cast cars, 143 and 118 sizes, still in boxes out in the loft, before I found my love with Lego. Oh, cool. And it's I'm just trying to die-cast. I don't know too much about that. I mean, anybody here sort of know much about die-cast cars or anything? No. Okay, then.
I know a lot of Disney stuff, because in front of me is I haven't really counted, but around up to nearest 100 Disney plush bears in front of me. Because my wife collects like exclusive Disney plushes, like Mickey and Minnie and Stife, Winnie the Pooh, and things like that. So it's just in front of me. That's a corner. This is mine. There. Yeah.
Got your
and again, it probably goes back to our talk about collecting. You know, I've got to appreciate, as a loving husband, that my wife has also got her collection as well. So I also want to help that. She helps with mine, with Lego. And obviously I have to, try and No, and I want her to because I actually, when my wife loves Disney, it's easy to help expand her collection, and yeah, that's
helps to justify your buying as well.
Yeah.
When you have the crossover.
Yeah.
So if they bring out what was the thing with is it a buildable, was it buildable Stitch or buildable Simba, I think is something rumored for next year?
Simba and Donald Duck, I think it was. But there's also a Stitch.
Brickhead.
Yeah, Stitch Brickhead, yeah.
I'll show you one of them. Back in a moment.
Okay, cool.
Or was there a rumour of maybe that's what there was a rumour of a buildable Stitch, I think, but maybe it's the Brickhead. That's
No, I
I
think
think there was maybe both, was there not?
yeah, it was like the beginning of the year because it was like one of those ones where I think they were doing a survey and they didn't quite have the NDA wrapped up properly.
yeah.
Bonnie's eyes just popped out of her head. I'm just trying to figure out who do I go to first, the action or
What
the
is
actual
this?
box.
That's one of my wives. And,
Oh, I've seen this.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, they look so
Yeah.
cool.
What is it?
Yeah.
Are they flammable?
He's an arsonist. It's a fish.
that's it. Yeah, it's got like loads of them. Yeah.
I think
Yeah, because they bring out new ones every year. Like,
Oh, they seem to celebrate everything, like 90th anniversary for this, 95th anniversary for that, 72nd anniversary for Goofy, I don't know. But it's just like all these anniversaries you can't keep up.
no,
Oh,
you
so
can't.
that's not from like 50 years ago. That's not like Disney 50, or is it?
No, I'm not too sure on this one. This was last year, but
Oh, right, okay.
50th anniversary for something.
Was it like
No,
one of the parks or something? Maybe.
it might be.
Yeah.
What came out in 1992? Beauty and the Beast? That might have been 1992, so
I
that
thought
might
that
have
was
been...
89.
No, 89 was Little Mermaid.
Yeah, sorry.
I don't know them all.
Funny on the the Disney stuff. I think.
Yeah, I think it was it 93 was Lion King?
No, that was 94.
Yeah.
The only reason I know this is because 93 is the year I was born. So obviously I was like, oh, what Disney film came out the year I was born? But it was like Nightmare Before Christmas.
I love that.
Came out and Hocus Pocus. So yeah,
I saw
that's
Lion
why.
King in the cinema.
Yeah.
And I know 1989 because that was my sister's year, and I wanted to know what came out the year she was born. So yeah, I really don't know them all.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember what I saw in the cinema when, but no, okay. Wondering said anniversary for this, that, and that. Yeah, no, it's like even within Lego Star Wars, it's like 20th year of Clone Wars, and 40th year of
Lego. I'm a bit confused. Or like, admittedly, it was before like my time getting back into Lego, but so it was 90 years of play last year, right? Was there like 75th anniversary or something like not that long ago? Am I getting mixed up on something? I've seen like 75 years of something. But
Was it 75 years of the brick?
Right,
because they did wooden toys first, didn't they? So that might be 90 years of the Lego company, and then 75 years since they made the first brick. Maybe.
Cool.
Yeah,
thanks for that.
the
Yeah, I never knew what that was
brick
about. Yeah.
Was 1958, so that's 65, give or take.
Maybe it's 65 then. Or it was like there was a difference. It was like a couple of decades difference between 90 and whatever it was the anniversary.
Because that's I think when they did the 90th year, you're sort of like, wait a minute, but Lego has a plastic thing, like what? Okay, it's the wooden toy or whatever. It's like, we'll just make it up. I'm just waiting to see. Oh, this is the 37th anniversary year of this thing, and it's like, but let's pick some weird prime number that you can never celebrate. The 19th year or something. I don't know.
Did anybody ever get Pokemon cards?
The kids are into it.
Got it at the ready there, mate. I can see Pikachu's
Yeah. Sorry, there it is.
Oh yeah, miss the
These
old
were like
classic ones.
the old classic ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are. I think my brother
Mm.
must have collected them. I
We
recognise them.
collected them. Yeah.
He was well into Pokemon. He had the Game Boy games and all that as well.
Mm.
It's like I used to like. You ever heard of Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah.
Used to collect
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh,
That-
okay, it's ready there.
25th.
Well, there you go,
cool.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Awesome.
Oh wow.
There was a little a Yu-Gi-Oh pack or something that came out not long ago with the whether you know this, KO. Sorry if I'm speaking a different language to others. Egyptian god cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to get that. Need to get that. It's on sale at Smith's at the moment.
Yeah, different language. I got nothing. So.
Oh yeah, yeah. Very, very powerful beast.
Yeah. I was a professional Yu-Gi-Oh player during my dark age.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah. I was in the World Championship. I only lost in round 3 or 4.
It's brilliant, mate.
So for those of us who are ignorant, what exactly is it? Is it like a card game like Pokemon or something?
Yeah.
Or?
It sort of came out. If I can remember, it was about 2002, 2003. So, okay, go on, KO, correct me then.
It came out in 2000 and 1998 in Japan.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, KO, in terms of what you did, sorry, did you say you played the World Championship or something? Or what was that? Sorry, I missed that.
Just need to put my head down. Could hurt my ear. Yeah, I was in the World Championship 2014 for Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay.
Where I play against other player, and since that, about a year later, it's between the World Championship and Lego. I just fell into the dark depression age at that time.
Okay. And in terms of, so when you're doing the World Championship, I take it you had qualifying rounds, or how did that all sort of work?
You do have qualifying round like you have qualifying round in the country, then the continent, and then it moved to World Championship, usually held in Japan, usually, and America.
And so you went to Japan for that?
No, I didn't go.
Okay.
I didn't go to Japan. I lost in the qualifying round of the continent, held in London.
Okay. So you had the initial was there like a qualifier for the UK or England or?
Yeah, you have to qualify for UK, then the continent like Europe, the whole Europe, and then you had the World Champion, but it's every qualified continent together to make the World Championship.
All right, cool. Okay. So how? Again, forgive my ignorance. When you're playing a game, sort of roughly, how long do they last for?
Usually depend on what car you got. Like instant win card. Sometimes it take like a maximum of 30 minutes because I have timer system in place.
Okay, so the timing can be like 30 minutes a game or something.
Yeah, it best of 3.
Best of 3 then as well. Okay,
Yeah.
then. And sort of how many sort of rounds would you have to go through in like each day or qualify or?
The one I was in, it was there must be like 30 or 40 round to get to the final, but I lost in round 3 or 4.
Okay then. All right. Oh wow.
Yeah.
It's a world championship player in our midst. That's excellent to know. And a shout out to Omega Man. Good to see you along and saying hi there. And Well, we've got that there. Madlib, is there anything else that you've sort of collected over the years or been interested in?
Yeah, we've got quite a substantial Funko Pop collection. I mean, I'm literally just looking up at it right now, and yeah. When I say looking up, it literally goes from like floor to ceiling. It's ridiculous.
Wow.
Yeah, it's we've got hundreds upon hundreds of them.
Gonna have to ask for a photo of that at some point.
Yeah, if I was to put them all out, I mean, I've never actually spread them all out, but we've got them on stacked up against the wall, and they're about 3 or 4 deep as well. So,
wow.
There's just a few, and it just started because what I did was when we were watching when Game of Thrones was relatively new, I saw these little plastic figures, and I bought about 3 or 4 for my other half, and then that sparked him off, and I was buying the ones that I like as well. So I was buying like the Marvel and Star Wars ones for me, as well as buying him ones that he likes, and then and obviously because they've done so many different themes and they've expanded to so many different fandoms, we've just got such a mass of them, all different types. You got musical pop stars, TV shows, movies, animation, comic books, you name it, we've got some of it. And it still goes on today. Like we just recently, my other half just bought the TLC one, which it has 3 characters on the front of what is like a molded plastic vinyl, and then next to them they actually have the image in the background of the box of the vinyl cover, and that was it's quite a big set, and so that's probably before Lego, that's actually probably our biggest collection actually, but then followed closely by Lego, which blew up this year. So, yeah. So
I think we're having a bit of a chat backstage beforehand. You picked up 3 or 4 really big sets in the last week or two. I think Avengers Tower, UCS AT-AT, Falcon,
the gunship I've got. Yeah. So
yeah. Did you get the Razor Crest?
I've got the Razor Crest.
You've got it,
yeah. There's just a few. I mean, to be honest, I don't have the space to put them all out. So when I'm just in an apartment, so I just have to go through and take sets down, put sets up. But then that just means I get to build them and rebuild and take them apart and rebuild again. So
it's quite nice.
It is.
I rebuilt the Daily Bugle this last weekend. Quite nice.
I've got the Daily Bugle up. It's in the bedroom. It's a good set.
It is a good set. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Troubling news, going to have to call a night as jobs needed before. Head to bed and daughter about the stream, kill the Wi-Fi. Nice talking to you all. Good night. Thanks very much for sticking around. Always great to have you in, and hopefully get your errands and bits and pieces done, and see you again next week, hopefully. And with the Funko Pops, from what I can see, do they have like different sort of sizes or scales or however you call it? Like,
the first one. I'll just grab one off the shelf. So,
Bonnie's pointing at something.
Yeah, so this.
Oh yeah, I've seen the big one.
Yeah.
Is there a big Gollum or something out at the moment, or Voldemort? I've seen one in Tesco.
Oh, that would be terrifying.
Yeah.
That's Mewtwo there. I got that.
Okay.
Aaron.
Just looking at the like.
I can see the Pokemon logo now.
Weird. Albino ET or something. What?
I don't know where it's going to go when it's unpacked.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's taking it out of the box or not. Do you guys keep yours in your boxes? I've collected just a couple, like a small collection of Disney, like 100 ones, but I think I'd keep it in the box.
Yeah, we've got a lot of the ones in this room are in the boxes. So this, and then we've got a glass cabinet, so we put them. So there you go.
That's
Xerxes. So.
300.
Yeah, so that's the typical size. That's the first size. But then they did mini ones, and if you get the advent calendars, of which we have about 6 or 7, you get the little ones. You also get keychain ones, but then obviously you get the big ones like Bonnie had there. And then you also have movie moments where you have something with them. So I've got like Thor throwing his axe at Thanos in a Endgame, and you have like movie moment sections as well.
So they're kind of like dioramas.
Yeah, small dioramas. Yeah.
And they really rope you in because they do like seasonal ones as well, don't they? Because last year
Yes.
Tesco had like the cutest things, and I did pick it up and then I put it back. I was like, no, I can't start this as well.
Yeah.
And it was like a set of 4 Marvel ones, but they were like gingerbread.
Oh
Thor,
yeah.
gingerbread Iron Man. I was like, this is so cute. But I
They
just
also have. They do. Hang on, another one here. They also have ones which like limited edition. So this is Elvira, and she's got she's like a diamond limited edition, which just means that her outfit is all like sparkly and stuff. And they do like metallic ones and neon ones and all sorts. So yeah, they do all these different. Same characters, just different materials and stuff.
I was going to say, Madlib, do you have any glow in the dark ones? Because I picked one up and I don't think it really glows in the dark.
I got one somewhere.
I think I've got a Zero from Nightmare Before Christmas. He might be glow in the dark.
Okay. Just skeptical if it actually works. Like,
I've got one of the Ghost Rider, and I don't know where it's from.
And does that actually glow properly, or?
If you shine a light at it, it does glow.
So so you got to like really get it in absorbing first.
Yeah, you need to absorb light first.
Yeah.
Okay then.
so if I put them in our UV bottle sterilizer, should that work?
What kind of life are you having?
It does work because when we're sterilizing Nova's dummies, some of them have the glow in the dark bit, and they come out and they're like glowing. I never thought to try it with the. Okay, I'll try it with my Funko Pop, and I'll let you know if it works.
I could just see you like half asleep, sort of, sort of going to grab like a dummy for or something. Not quite okay. Yeah. No, this one feels a bit awkward. And then Nova's there with a big box. So, and a shout out to Shy. Great to see you around. I think I saw that you'd finished your museum. So I'm sure with that done now, I think I'm jokingly sent you a message. When's the ranking video? Come on, faster. So I think last year you did that with, was it Amasaurus? So it's going to be weird having all those videos on it now rather than sort of like in the new year. It's almost the thing that previously New Year's people go to Lego store, pick up their
I
modular.
started to get into that tradition. I did it for the first time last year, and possibly the only time.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, it does sort of make you wonder what the big January 1st release is going to be.
Well, is there much coming out in January?
Well, usually January 1st is a big release. It's not as big as the summer, but I think now that we've got most of the ones sort of done for now, over the next couple of weeks, we'll start getting a lot more reviews and things.
What about the Lord of the Rings set? Is that, or is that March?
Has that been
the Tower of
It was March.
Is it March? Oh, okay. Rivendell, was that January? Or was that March?
No, I don't know.
Rivendell was March as well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
And Shy, LOL, with what I'm currently doing, I'll probably be ready January 1st. So keep it there. Emily and Josh. Okay, cool. And I think Nicole, do you sort of collect anything outside of Lego, or you might be on mute?
Again.
I'm mute. I am on mute. Yeah. Just talking to myself. I used to collect DVDs. Since streaming is a thing now, I don't do that anymore. But back in the day, I bought a lot of DVDs and box sets from the UK. And the UK was a big provider for me.
Okay.
Yeah, just for price reasons, because in Germany you could theoretically buy the same DVDs, but it would have been much more expensive. So I bought on bulk from the UK. Yeah.
Wow, that's kind of. I wouldn't have picked that, but okay.
But you would get the DVDs earlier in Germany, right? Were they released? I think because it used to be that DVDs were released like a year after in the UK after the film was in the cinema. But I think in Germany, at least in Switzerland, I think it used to come out. I used to go on holiday to Switzerland, and you see DVDs or videos coming out like 6 months before in the UK, or maybe 3 months.
I never noticed that. I would have imagined it's the other way around. With more and more years, you have all the audio on it, but there are some DVDs which have just German audio on it. And I thought then it would be the other way around, so that you have it first, because the dubbing probably will take time.
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
But I don't know. They just took ages for films to come out on video or DVD.
Yeah.
It's obviously a lot shorter now, but
right.
Yeah.
I always thought that it's a matter of you first need to go to the movies, then it's meant to go to TV, so that they have the revenue of the marketing, and then you can buy
rental shops as well.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
They were a thing.
Yeah.
Blockbusters.
Yeah.
Whatever. Seem to be kind of ubiquitous, but so just out of curiosity, in terms of when you watch films or your DVDs, would you prefer, like, say if it was a Hollywood film, to have it with the English as the actors, or would you prefer like getting a bit of a German dub, and so you're not having to like work so hard or think about it? Like,
I nowadays hate it. I can't watch German. I can watch German TV produced by German actors. So if the language in itself is German, I am fine watching it. But I can't stand having dubbed things because it sounds strange. I'm not really sure. There are really extreme examples like Big Bang Theory. It drives me up the wall to just hear the German voices, because it's so wrong.
Yeah, I've got getting flashbacks now. Yeah.
Yeah, imagine that. And is it? I would imagine when you translate like jokes and things, obviously some of it is like wordplay in English, and then when that gets translated, can that sometimes get lost in the like German equivalency, or how does that sort of work, or do you not notice it?
It's first of all, the voices are wrong. That is, it feels a bit as if someone's scratching with nails over cardboard, or it's wrong. And then on top of it, it's the words that they are using. It always drives me crazy. I once went to a musical, and it was Tarzan, with the music of what's his name?
Phil Collins?
Oh, Phil Collins, yeah.
Phil Collins. And it's I can't explain how it feels for a German to listen to Phil Collins music dubbed into German, and it's torture. It's pure torture.
I'm gonna have to YouTube this later. That just sounds too good now.
It's really, I sat there and I remember thinking to myself, that is so bad. Not even the half-naked man swinging around the room was able to save it. It was just, it's impossible.
Yeah.
I mean, taking that out of context, it's just
yeah.
That's a clip right there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant. I just asking about an English German thing, and we get naked men flying around, not even saving. Okay, and so DVDs, obviously, do you still have them, or you got rid of them, or what's?
No. I have them because I am not a trusting person. I distrust that streaming service will always be there, so I have all my DVDs. But I have to admit that I'm that old. I started with VHS tapes. When I moved over to DVDs, I gave away my VHS tapes, but I'm sticking with my DVDs.
Yeah. There's a YouTuber. Is it Lewis Rossman, I think, and he has a electronics repair shop in New York, or used to, whatever. And he recently did a video on sort of physical media and it dying or not dying and things like that, and basically how if you want to go through the dynamics of actually paying for something off Netflix or whatever else, even though it says it's like 4K or you pay the 4K, by the time it gets to you, it's actually only 1080p, and then it's up-resed and all the rest of it and whatever. So you're not actually getting what you sort of pay for. Sort of thing was you jump through all these hoops, you don't get what you pay for, but if you went and actually pirated it, you get exactly what you want, and it's straightforward. And it's sort of like
because it's going the way of it's like Sony and Microsoft are kind of doing away with, or the rumor is they're doing away with discs in the next generation of consoles. And like for me, that's the only way I've got to play a DVD or Blu-ray.
But isn't
it how time has changed? Because I remember having VHS tapes that you had to you could not just put it in, and because afterwards
you had to rewind it, didn't you?
Rewind them,
yeah. And fix them every now and then. Get the pencil out to
But keeping that in mind, nowadays, when I want to watch something, maybe Star Trek, Friends, or something, I always would go to streaming, because just imagining getting up, getting the DVD, checking what I want to watch, which episodes, putting it into the DVD, taking the remote. I'm too lazy even to do that. It's just I go to streaming and I know exactly what I'm looking for.
Yeah. DVD, like, last resort. If it's not on any of the streaming sites, then
right.
That's where I feel a little bit betrayed, though, is that they kind of made it sound like all these streaming platforms, like you'll always be able to find that film that you're looking for on at least one of them. And say last Christmas we had to go to HMV to buy Elf because they obviously knew that was the Christmas film everyone wanted to watch. Yeah, and you had to you could pay for it on a streaming service, but it was like, but like that's always maybe not an option, or they might rack the price up, so we had to go and buy it. And it's just it's like what Nicole's saying, like you are maybe good having your like physical copies of your like favorites, I suppose, because then you'll always be able to watch it.
They used to do that with the Marvel films as well. Like when a sequel came out, they take the one before off of all of the platforms, so you'd end up having to go and buy the DVD.
You have to go pay for it because they want you to pay for it, which did work for us. We had to pay for the new Spider-Man film. I think we paid for to watch it when that came out.
And there's some stuff which is just not available. Like I have a box set of Magnum.
Magnum PI.
Magnum PI. Oh.
I've never actually seen it. But...
You Tom Selleck fan, are we?
Yes. And look at him. Really, nature is not kind. It's women have to work so hard. Look at Tom Selleck. He must be 70. He looks just amazing.
Yeah, it's interesting sometimes the roles that they turn down. Like he turned down Indiana Jones. I think he turned down Han Solo. Like so, talk about what could have been.
Yeah.
It's one time worked in a video rental store, which is probably one of the best jobs I ever had, funnily enough. And they had in there, because obviously people would return it and they wouldn't rewind the video like you're meant to, and they had this machine and you'd literally just put the tape in, press it, it was like a super rewinder and be done in like 5 seconds or something. And it's like, oh, can I get one of these at home? Like, like,
right.
but then, yeah, went straight across to DVD and things like that. And yeah, it's like jump to wherever you want and things. But then getting back to the physical media, I mean, even now, a lot of the games that the kids get and things, they're either getting them off eShop or they've had so many patches and downloads and updates. Like even like Mario Kart 8, it's been going for so long, and now you're just getting 48 new tracks and characters as DLC only. So,
but does it still feel as if you own it? Because I bought on iTunes loads of stuff. I do not even have access to it anymore.
And then you forget you've even got it as well, because you don't have that disc to remind you.
Yeah.
Or the box.
But even with music, like back in the day before MP3 or whatever, you'd have like, you know, your CD player or whatever, but then you try to get like the CD players which have, you could put 25 discs in, so you didn't have to constantly have to go swapping them back and forth.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Now that you mention it, I used to collect CDs as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, I collected DVDs as well.
But because I think I was saying when start again. Getting what you got, like CDs, like you physically had it and things like that, so you could remember. And there's some things now which even like, you know, you have Spotify or any of those sorts of services, and you'll hear something and gives you a trigger. It's like, oh yeah, I actually own that CD and I haven't listened to it in like 20-30 years. Like I'd only just remembered that I even had it, or you know.
Yeah.
And you queue it up to have a bit of a listen. It's,
Yeah, but you listen to it on Spotify and not the CD, right?
yeah. But yeah, the CD's in the box somewhere. But I think there's something to be said for, you know, having the physical thing and going, right, this was an album and it had 12 songs or 2 songs or whatever it was. Whereas now you're sort of like, okay, well, the top 1 or 2 which get all the radio play or whatever, and you kind of don't worry about the rest.
Yeah. And there was art to it. It's not only the music in itself. There was the booklet and with this, the lyrics and pictures on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although
that's why we've picked up some vinyls as well. That's why like vinyls are kind of back in now as well, like as a kind of retro thing. So we've got a few, and I picked up my very first one. No surprise, Disney 100. But it's a special edition, so I got that. But yeah, like that's like they do some really nice artwork for them, so they're very collectible, I think, and you can enjoy them and listen to them as well.
Yeah.
That links back nicely to Holly on Film's video, because she was saying about Taylor Swift, who's released like multiple versions of the same album, and people collecting them. And
yeah,
but that's not new. I can remember that I bought Pink Floyd's. What was it with the blinking light? There were different versions.
Pulse.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah. No, but I think, yeah, it's this. The technical term is manufactured scarcity, where they go, oh, this is limited edition to, it's so limited, there's only 1 million of them, but it's limited, like, you know.
yeah. Everything, especially like a vinyl run, it's all limited. Every single run of vinyl is limited.
But that's, from comic books in these days, that's what drives me absolutely mental, is when they'll have the same comic book, but then 12 different covers, because, you know, you've got a different artist on each one. It's just like, you know, particularly when they're not cheap these days, it's like, well, I'm not going to buy all 12.
They're expensive, right? Comics now. I used to buy them as a kid, and you just get them with your pocket money. But I saw them recently. I was like, I'm not going near that. Not touching that with a barge pole.
And it's almost like, you know, once upon a time, the different, you know, variations or artwork, that would be the pin-up in the back of the book. And it's like, well, you've just taken the pin-up, put it out on the cover, and now make multiple ones. And half the time it's like, well, I'll just wait until the trade paper back comes out, which will have them all plus whatever else, and be a fraction of the price.
Yeah.
So is it taking advantage of? It does seem like it's taking advantage of quite a select audience, right? Because there's not many people that are going to buy multiple versions of the same thing.
There's still a number of people do it, or they'll follow a particular artist, so anything they do, they'll buy, sort of thing. But no, I think that's part of the reason the comics now suffer so much is because they've gone too far to that marketing extreme, and you just, in terms of annoyed your core fan.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, if you're going to do that, I'm just not going to bother.
Yeah, you kind of screw yourself a bit, don't you? If you anger your core fans.
So it's interesting to see how some ideas which start out in comics in terms of some of the marketing thing, because it's easy to do them, it's quick, it's cheap, you don't care if it doesn't be successful, and then it spreads out into other industries. So Bonnie, did you have any other sort of collecting things you collect?
I don't think so. Like it used to be kind of like, because we were talking a little bit about like traditions, like with getting the Lego set on the 1st of January, and then also collecting things and Blu-rays. And one of the things I really used to look forward to every Christmas was that I would usually ask for the latest David Attenborough Blu-ray. That would be like the thing I really looked like. I would associate that with Christmas. I think it was because like I remember Frozen Planet came out, and that really like sparked a lot of people into David Attenborough, didn't it? That was one of the first ones, and it was just like a nice one to watch at Christmas time. So yeah, I used to collect all of those, but now I'm like at a point, because a lot of things are just like on Netflix now, I don't ask for them, and then I don't actually even then know when maybe actually a new one comes out. So it's kind of lost it.
So you know.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'm just like, but I used to know like from, I miss it a little bit when you physically go get something from a shop. There's just something quite nice about that. But then I do get the whole like keeping it digital, because you save space. Like obviously having just moved and seeing how annoying it is to have loads of boxes still to unpack, it's nice not having maybe some things. But I do have a bit of a book collection. I do like my fantasy books, so that's maybe probably something I could say is like my other hobby. So yeah, that's probably enough. I think can't really afford many others.
Okay, cool. I guess then, being this time of year, how are we positioned with advent calendars? Okay, obviously the Lego do theirs. Just out of interest, how many people actually do the Lego advent calendars?
Well, I've got 2 this year. One was bought for me. Actually, no, 2. Technically, both were bought for me, but yeah. So I've got 2.
I've got 5.
5.
Wow.
5. How many are even released each year? You got 2.
I think there's only 5. I thought there was 4.
Oh, was it 5? I thought it was 4.
Yeah. I thought it was 4 as well. Yeah. We got them like all pretty much like the themed ones, like the Marvel, the Star Wars, and the Harry Potter one we got last year. But then we realized last year going through them, we were like, let's not do this again next year. But now we don't have any. And I was saying to Aaron just there, I was like, it's 1st of December tomorrow and we don't have anything.
They get discounted tomorrow. I'm hoping I'm going to go just get a normal advent calendar, and hoping I think they normally get discounted on the 1st.
Yeah, they are nice discounted at the moment.
And they already get discounted.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
But you have to help me. I'm now trying to find out the 5th Lego calendar.
Well, you have Star Wars, Harry Potter.
Oh yeah.
Marvel.
Friends and City.
Friends City. Yeah.
It's gonna be 6 next year as well. We've got Disney as well having advent calendars. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Disney. Like that news, Bonnie. Yeah, that's rumours are true. But yeah, Disney. But Disney are gonna have their own advent calendars.
They actually heard me. They heard my complaints. That's very good. That's very good. I was actually gonna say, because my favorite things in life, other than obviously my family, my baby, and blah blah blah, are like Lego, Disney, and Christmas. So if I can get all 3 into something, I will be like the bonniest of bonnies. I will be so happy. So I hope that rumor is true, because I've been saying how long I've been saying, like, why is there not a Disney one?
Disney one, yeah. And if it turns out to be false, one brick stud might not make it to 2025. Got my hopes up.
Credible sources have said there's going to be Disney, but they think it could be. They might have mini dolls in them.
Of course they would. I would still buy it. I would still buy it. Yeah,
well, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you a theme that deserves an advent calendar, and that is Ninjago. I think Ninjago.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that they'll go down to 3 minifigures per calendar for Star Wars and Marvel next year? So it went down to 4, didn't it, this year?
I got the sense
I think I think in the Star Wars one,
maybe there's 4 in a droid or something.
They count the droid as a minifigure.
It's 5 in the Star Wars one. I don't count that droid. That's not one. Rubbish.
That's just 5 plus a droid. I think there's 4 in the Marvel one.
Well, Harry Potter always has the most minifigures.
Oh, you've got Harry Potter.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a fan of all 3 themes, but I think Harry Potter, like being a big fan of all 3, probably to about the same level, I would say Harry Potter is like the clear winner. Like Harry Potter fans have got it good.
Like, the city one was tempting actually.
Yeah, that is so interesting. I really love my Harry Potter, but I don't know how it's to me it is not a Harry Potter calendar.
Don't diss it, Nicole.
Yeah, I'm so glad that
we've had this conversation before, and it comes to the conclusion all the time, doesn't it, Nicole? Harry Potter wins. Never mind. No, I get what you mean.
In the past I'm with you, but not 2023. I keep on looking at the pictures and think to myself, the prints are the only thing that really nice, but not 37 euros nice and not 20 euros nice.
Yeah.
Is this for the advent calendar? Sorry.
Yeah. And only for this year. I have them since 2019, or it was the first one. I have all the years, and in the past they were better.
Yeah.
I think that
last year was good. Sorry, Matt, go on.
Yeah, the Star Wars one. I remember last year. I think it was Ryan or one of them comparing, the current advent calendar to like years gone past, and they're certainly shrinking the number of figures and everything in them. And it's been weird this year because 2 years ago, the Star Wars one basically never went on sale, whereas this year it's like within about 3 weeks it was on sale.
Yeah.
I mean, last year's calendars were brilliant because I think Harry Potter had 7 minifigures. 5 of them had exclusive torsos, and I think 3 exclusive heads, and so on.
But
and I think
Chris,
Star Wars had
what's
some.
for you exclusive? Because my biggest problem with the Harry Potter calendar is it's not when it comes to the figures. Not really Harry Potter. It's it might be a torso that has never been there before, but if you would put it in a box full of Lego, there is nothing that really that would give it away.
Sorry, I just love that. Is that a jumper or is it a hoodie? What do you call that? That's awesome.
It can't just road.
It's like, I don't know, it's like a cloak.
Ooh.
That's got
It's huge. It's one size fits all.
Yeah.
It's like a cross between a hoodie and a poncho.
Yeah. It's great. It's really cozy. Got it from Tesco.
Yeah.
What did you call it, KA?
A poncho. Is that what you call it?
Oh, good.
Yeah. So outside of the Lego advent calendars, does anybody do anything else? Like chocolate advent calendars or wine?
Oh, yeah. I always have a chocolate one. I have Reese. I love Reese. Yeah, and I'm glad they've actually improved on last year. I mean, we talk about Lego advent calendars improving. Reese advent calendars have improved this year as well because they got rid of all the dark chocolate ones. Because I like the white chocolate and the milk chocolate one, and then they kept having dark chocolate, and it was just rubbish. So yeah, they got
healthy.
I like the Lind calendars. They're the ones for me.
Calendar.
Well,
okay.
I'm sending someone out before midnight to get ours, because we now live close to an Asda 24-hour. I need ideas, because I don't think we'll be able to get a Lego one from there, but we might be able to get a chocolate one.
I'm hoping that you're looking at Aaron.
I love Bueno.
Hoping you're looking at Aaron and not Nova.
Yes.
Over at to get the calendar.
Yeah.
Good luck.
And she's still too young. Maybe next year she can have one. A baby bell one. She really likes baby bells. You know, like the cheese.
Oh, nice.
Oh, right. Yeah.
But you can only get like one type of baby bell, so it'd just be a baby bell every March. She gets baby bell like most days anyway. So anyway.
Opening it out of the box. Have you yet been exposed to Elf on the Shelf?
No, we've not.
Okay,
in fact, I don't know where ours is. I think it's in one of the eaves in the house somewhere.
Oh, so
I was actually actually gonna do it for work, but my work's like sort of for Christmas, but sort of not. I had to like really no, it's this whole thing, right? I'm in like the committee for like stuff, and I had to really barter just to be able to get decorations. But we have a tree that has to be decorated a certain way. It's like, anyway. So I imagine if I'd started to be like, I'm gonna do the Elf on the Shelf in the office, like probably would have heard from HR pretty quickly. So
just blame the elf.
Yeah.
Old, not mine. But
and we're never in early enough to set it up. So
hell, you're there. I'm on the committee for stuff. Okay then.
Oh no, it's like right. It started off as like the social committee that organised like stuff for the staff to do, like events like Christmas parties and things like this. And then we absorbed the charity committee as well, because there wasn't really anyone doing it. So actually one of the things that we're doing this year is in Scotland they do this thing called Mission Christmas through the radio station Fourth One, and it's basically like a collection for like kids and teenagers that wouldn't otherwise really get anything on Christmas Day. So you can donate like toys or like, you know, up to like teenage years, so it can be anything like that teenagers might like as well. So for example, I've put aside this toy because Nova already had it and she got it as a present, so we're gonna like gift that. But there were because I sent out the email to everyone in my office, and actually someone had put Lego on the table as well. So yeah, start them young. It was like a one of the kind of like, you know, just the like cases of bricks that you get, sort of thing. So yeah, hopefully there'll be more Lego. You never know. So that's quite nice.
Cool. Yeah, it's the classic box of Lego, I think they call them, or
yeah.
The yellow ones.
It's a good starting point for the obsession to start. I think that was actually the first thing that like we bought, or one of the first things after like the Millennium Falcon and the Disney Castle, obviously. We thought that's how you start.
I
your
thought
Lego
you
journey.
started small.
Yeah.
No. When you UCS first, and then
It was literally like, I actually think we stood in the Edinburgh Lego store and had a bit of a conversation, being like, how do we kick off our collection of Lego? Like, obviously having maybe watched like, I don't know, Lego Masters and Brixie and people like this, thinking, see all their Lego, so we just start buying these boxes of all the bricks. So naive. But yeah, so that's what we bought. We bought like a couple of these like box bricks things, and then you realise there's not really bricks in here that you really use like for a lot of things, like the massive 2x6 ones, like the thick ones and stuff like this. So yeah, anyway, lesson learned.
They're good for structure.
Yeah.
Hide them away.
Yeah.
Sorry, just going back 2 steps again. You walked into a Lego store and thought you'd start with a Falcon. Is that...
No, so how did it happen? No, we started off with I had like the little small Disney castle. That was the first thing that I ever got because it was for my birthday when I was pregnant with Nova in the heat of July, and I couldn't do like my usual like hobbies, which I still haven't been able to get back into, like rock climbing and things like that. So Aaron suggested, have you ever tried Lego? And I was like, but I can't do Lego. And he was like, it comes with instructions. And I was like, what? I didn't realize Lego came with instructions. I just thought people were really
good.
How
you are.
I know. And then obviously you mentioned that they do Disney stuff. So he got me the little castle and I just whizzed through that because I really loved it. And then he was like, you know, there's a big Disney castle. And I was like, So we bought that. It was like we bought that the Tuesday and then Nova was born on like the Friday. So there's actually there's a picture of
No, you can't come out. I need to finish.
This is what happened. I think, right, I know how his schemy mind works now. Basically, he wanted to convince me to get the castle so that he could justify getting the Falcon, which is exactly what happened.
Well played.
So there is pictures. Like I even because you can check the date stamp on them, and there is this Millennium Falcon still getting built the days leading up to her being born. And I remember thinking, it's going to happen soon. The due date's coming. It's going to happen soon. We need to finish this Falcon. There can't be little bits of Lego when there's a newborn baby. And yeah, we managed to finish it. And then she was born. And then there's pictures of like, I've got a picture somewhere and she's like on my lap, safely, obviously. And I'm like, you can see Aaron helping me do the Disney castle in the background, like on the coffee table in front of her. So yeah, there's like massive overlap with how it all happened because it's so strange to think. I was actually thinking about this earlier today, like the whole butterfly effect thing, because this might be going back a little bit, but if COVID hadn't happened, I wouldn't have ended up getting the job that I got where I met Aaron. That's like an absolute fact. So obviously, if I hadn't met Aaron, wouldn't have had Nova, wouldn't have got into Lego. It is so weird how like life works out sometimes. Yeah. But I was thinking about this earlier, and I was just like, this is crazy. Like, yeah. So there you go. And we're about to do the same thing again. So maybe I'll just save the next Disney castle leading up to the next one. Because I've not opened it yet either.
Slow down, honey.
I just get pregnant so I can be off on maternity leave and do Lego.
That even worse.
Isn't that what everyone gets pregnant for?
Yeah. Oh, it's so bad.
And Aaron has no say in this. It just sort of happens.
Oh, I think he has lots of say in it, Matt. You
to the whole process.
He spurs it all on. It'll be because he has a massive hobby, and I think that's why he wanted me to get into something like Lego, so he could justify his other hobby, which is Warhammer. He like collects so much Warhammer. It's
That's
insane.
more expensive than Lego, isn't it?
It is more expensive than Lego, Ollie. Yes.
Forgot you sat right next to you.
It's like, no, it's not. No, well, it's the quantity kind of adds up similar, but he loves Lego as well. Like he keeps like, well, he put the Avengers Tower in our basket on like our Lego online basket, thinking I didn't notice. But I'm like, obviously, like we need to get the house finished first. Like we can't really get any more Lego right now. And we still need to finish all the rest of the house before he can start building my Lego room as well. So, yeah. But it's funny because I still do call them this, but now I feel like I'm being a bit of a hypocrite. Because I just think that like Warhammer little like figures like just so ugly. I just don't think they look very nice. Like they're just like really just crippled, like just beastie things. As much as he tried to get me into it. And he would just have Warhammer everywhere, and I would like say, "Put your wee men away." I just call them his wee men. That's how I refer to them. His wee men. But now I'm like, well, I collect little wee men now, but they're just different. So I think it was all part of his plan.
Oh dear.
But, yeah.
But is he like army building with his wee men?
I love how you're saying it now. Yeah, no, he does. He does. But like,
Stop
he's never.
saying wee man.
It's like the thing with me with Lego. Like, he's never had the space to be able to do everything that he wants to do. So he's like, he paints them up. He paints them up really well, and he can make his armies. He's got stuff to make armies and play with them with people and stuff. But we've just not had the space. But we're going to have the space now in this new house. So I'm actually getting shafted out of this room, which was agreed after we moved in. In fact, not agreed. Just it was decided. So this was
you
supposed
already
to.
got 2 rooms. I thought, didn't you have like a guitar room and a game room or something? And
No, so we have like a double garage that we're going to convert. And he's also decided recently that he has a new hobby of woodworking. And so he's like taking a little bit of the garage for that, which is fine because he's using it to like build stuff for the house. And then I would get the rest as a Lego room. And then this room was supposed to be like a work from home office / like space for him to do gaming, like what he's doing right now. But I get what he's trying to do. He's trying to like push me out so he can basically have a Warhammer sort of gamer sort of room with all these ugly pictures and posters. His face right now. So yeah, we'll see what happens because I don't want to be in the garage working. Like I don't want to work and play in the same place. Like I want at least a little corner in here so I can like work from home if I need to. But I'll probably move like my streaming stuff into the garage. You know, for all these shenanigan like calls that we and streams that we do.
Very distracting working in the same room as Lego, I have to say.
Well, that's the other thing. I don't really want
like
to be on a
daily
call.
Google over there. It's like, oh, just look at that.
Yeah. Do you like blur out your background? Because that's the other thing. Like I know where I'm gonna have my streaming like set up and stuff, and it will be with the Lego City behind me. And I'm like, I don't really fancy being in a call with like my manager, and then there's like a train going by.
yeah, I do blur my background.
Disney Castle. Do. Just don't think it would look quite right if I didn't quite get the blur on fast enough or something like that. So yeah.
Oh yeah, your computer glitches and it just drops out for a second.
But yeah, so
I was just trying to, when you're saying wee man, and they're so like, well, is that kind of like, you know, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe? Can you do like wee man and the what?
I don't know. They're just small little things that leave little guns and stuff lying around. It is a lot like Lego, though. I can't really complain about it too much. No, but
too much there. Yeah, cool. Might just have a quick whip around and see what people how are getting on with the builds. Madlib, how are you getting on with yours?
Yeah, doing pretty good. So I've got pretty much the bottom half constructed so far.
It's really nice.
And then the just starting the top part of it now, which is on a rotation. So, yeah. So yeah, nice. Yeah. I didn't realize you could actually build either one large tree or it came as you could build 2 separate small trees, but I'm just going for the larger one. So.
Yeah. Well, that's sometimes the thing when you build those smaller ones, it's got like a whole bunch of extra pieces left over, and it's like, where am I putting them? Most of us, well, I'll just speak for myself, not as organized as Nicole with the zipper bags and things, so it's like the pieces will disappear somewhere. So, so we had the Dreams shark ship, and I built that in one format, and there was always the intention to go and like try the other one, but the pieces quickly disappeared somewhere, so it's like, oh, that's not happening anymore. So, cool. All right, Brick Askew, what have you sort of been? How are you getting on with yours?
I've finished the Easter promo. It's quite nice. I will break it down. I was going to go in the bin to break up, but then I started the pony building a little walker.
A little 4+ walker. Cool.
Yeah, which will also go straight in the bin to fire out.
Oh, that's funny.
Yes, when you said straight in the bin, it's like, oh, okay. Oh, the bin of parts.
That's why he's not got an investment head.
Forget the zipper bags; it's just getting thrown straight out. Won't even bother trying to eBay it.
My brother did that though. He chucked Lego in the bin. I told him, I said I want that. He had an old Batman, like an old Batmobile, maybe anyway, some like smaller Batmobile build. And I said like, oh, I love that. And he chucked in the bin along with a bunch of other Lego, and I was like, what are you doing? Like, and this came up on a family meal, and even my mum was like, don't throw Lego away.
Was this recently? Yeah, you'd have to be recently. What?
Yeah, it was like 3 months ago.
Oh my god.
Yeah, couldn't believe it.
Kind of funny. We're all sitting here in complete disbelief, and I'm sure if you're an outside person looking in, what?
Yeah, it did make me think. I was like, I bet loads of people do that, right? I bet it happens all the time.
Yeah.
It just ends up in boxes getting gifted. Because we had at the kids' grandparents' place, they had some Lego from whatever, and they're sort of like, "Oh, yeah, no, we're about to give it to charity." And it's like, "No, you're not." And then you're sort of like, "Why do I feel dirty saying it like that?"
No one gives it to charity, apparently. I went around a bunch of charity shops, about 6 months ago, and ended up asking someone, who's like, yeah, people don't give Lego to charity anymore because they know it's worth something.
Yeah. It must only be a recent thing because, yeah, we used to, when pre-COVID, go around to a lot of the charity shops and just sort of see what they'd have in there with the Lego, and then sometimes they'd have pieces. And one time I found the old buildable Yoda, like but it's like the 2002 version or 3 version or something. But at that stage, they knew what it was worth, and I was like, "Oh yeah, it's got £160 price tag on it." So,
yeah,
and then
I think, yeah.
Once the new version came out, it completely crashed the price. So,
I imagine most people know, but there's that whole article about Lego being worth more than gold, right? So everyone knows that Lego's worth something now. And I imagine with charity shops, they've all got like an eBay account for the more expensive stuff, so they'll probably go straight on there
and figure that out. Yeah. No. Okay, cool. And KO, how are you getting on with your speed champions?
I've finished both con just now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Very cool.
Yeah, I quite like it. So,
was there one? Do you like one better than the other, or there's some interesting techniques you liked?
I do like this a lot more than all the previous speed champion that I built.
Okay. Is that any particular reason?
Quite interesting technique that I should be able to remember, but I just keep forgetting the technique.
That's always the way. I had it the same. It's like, oh yeah, I like to build Lego sets for learn the techniques. I forget so much of it.
Yeah, so many times when I learn technique and I just forgot about it.
Yeah, sometimes when just doing some buildings and things like that, and you're like, oh yeah, I'll just go and make a kitchen sink or something, which you've done like anytime you've done a modular or something like that, and you think you can remember it? No. It's just
yeah.
I think you go back to like 3 techniques that you know all the time or something. So cool. When you're saying, KO, that better than the previous ones you built, are you talking about previous 8 stud, or have you built some 6 stud wide ones?
I built both of them before.
Okay.
But I don't remember where they are currently. Because my Lego room is finished with plastering and just waiting to be painted and carpet.
Oh, nice. So was that the same as your previous Lego room, or are you sort of juggling around rooms?
In my previous Lego room.
Okay. And was it just getting a little bit tired and needed a refresh?
No, just a wall started to crack apart, and the cold air coming in.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sounds like a little bit of a crack.
Yeah.
Oh, the wall's fallen half down. Yeah, we might need to fix that now.
Yeah, my room's only got 3 sides, so yeah.
It's the camera trick techniques, like.
Yeah. I literally broke the 4-4. Yeah.
Can't hide the stuff blowing in the wind.
It's when your hair starts blowing around. It's just strong air conditioning. So, so what happened? Was there a problem, or it just?
It just haven't been reported for over 20 years.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So it needed a bit of it. And is it like an old 1800s sort of building? Or?
It's the 1990 house.
Oh, modern build.
Ish.
Yeah. I mean, when you compare it to the UK, it's that's a okay,
all the new house just covered in glass, and that's it.
Yeah. So it's not like 1800s lava and plaster where it does fall apart quite easily. So, but if it's a newer build, sometimes somebody may not have been paying too much attention that day.
A lot.
Hopefully you get it sorted there, so you'll be back in there. Shout out to Baz's Way. Hope that you're going well there. I think we're having a bit of a chat about some WWE stuff or something. I think CM Punk sort of back doing that. And whatcha Ollie? Oh, sort of responding back to yours. Okay, cool. And moving along, One Brick Stud, how are you getting on with your build?
Completed it. So I've just built the Star Wars holiday diorama, but I've also added over the past 2 or 3 years the Christmas Star Wars minifigures that come out in previous advent calendars. It's nice.
That's a really cool idea.
Yeah, just bring them all together and made a little bit of room because I know there's going to be an Emperor Palpatine and an Ewok in the calendars. So it looked pretty good. This one's my favorite, C-3PO. And an R2D2 Christmas jumper. But that's I love it. It's just a nice little build. Like I said, it's one of those sets that nobody asked for, but after building this, I hope they do it again. I hope Lego's got something planned for next year as well.
With that, certainly kind of like a little mini diorama sort of thing. But that's a really good idea with the figures because I think I've still got like last year's all the little builds and figures all sitting in a pab cup somewhere. So it's like actually.
Does that count as a mock?
You know what? I had this thought the other day. I was like, I've been putting the figures around Daily Bugle, and I was like, does this count as a mock if I'm making all these scenes myself? I did land on the answer that no. But I can't remember why. I did go through a thought process with it. But
it's more of it's not quite a modification because adding to it. So what does it call?
Because I think my question was or my justification was, so if you buy modular and you place all the figures yourself, in my head I didn't think that was a mock before.
Well, but it would be a moderation if you exchanged within the minifigures the setup, like giving one of the figures the other trousers and the torso, and that's a modification to the setup.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And you brought other elements into it as well, so it's not just built the set. So I did. Yeah, funny enough, I was thinking about this. Like, this is classify as a mock. Right? Yeah.
For Chris, yes, it does. Yes, very good.
Yeah.
You're into the world of mocking now.
That's it.
But it's part of it, right? Storytelling is part of mocking. So
absolutely.
Set dressing or scene displays,
yeah. Because that's the thing when occasionally being along to like the lug meet and things like that, and you'll have challenge nights or whatever, and you build stuff and whatever, and you can build something wonderfully and technically, and it's sort of a bit of people have a vote there, and which is the best one things, and it's all nothing too serious, but I very quickly found out it's when you actually have the storytelling elements and you have characters doing funny or stupid things, generally they always win. And it's sort of like, so it's sort of like I just go out of my way with those builds and challenges and things to make them deliberately stupid or funny. And
winning every time though.
Technique goes out the window. It's just like, what? How can we? Because I think it was last year's like the Christmas one. So it's like, how can I build like a Santa, and he's got like, because you've got some parts there, and it's like really wonky eyes, and the beard half, like basically make a Picasso Santa or something like that. And it just works well. So
that's I guess part of like creating. I mean, I've only displayed once, but it's not that people aren't going to be entertained by techniques. Or most people, they're going to be, they like the story. It's nice stuff that's nice to look at. Doesn't matter how complicated it is. If it's not fun to look at, then it's probably not going to do as well.
And that was when we did the big massive castle display at Steam. The thing which seemed to get the most is because you had the tower, so you had one guy minifigure looking out over there, and then you had a half a minifigure down the bottom in water, so it looked like he jumped out. And that was the thing everyone gravitated towards. Forget the 500,000 pieces of castle. You can think somebody did at the last minute because they were missing part of the torso or something. Like it's just speaking of which, Nicole, you've recently is it Skywalker Habitat or something? Do you have that to hand?
Yeah.
You just sort of, I don't know if people have seen this, but I think you're doing a challenge, and it was up on. You can explain it. What was this for?
It was the Villain Hero challenge from Brick Farm Builds and Teflon Tot, and the task was to build one with a hero and one with a villain, and theoretically you were meant to start with the hero. So to disrupt the process, posted the Darth Vader habitat first, because my theory is to each villain, there are some people who think of this villain as a hero. If it's another villain or just the establishment who supports the villain, someone thinks of him or her as
one person's terrorist is another person's freedom fighter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I thought someone probably found that, and there are plenty of people who think of Vader as being someone of interest. And then I thought it's really interesting that the same person, Vader, for the longest time was, for others, the villain. He turned into a hero quite quickly, just deciding not to kill his son and turning on the Emperor. Forget all the things that he had done before. Going in the dark, already a winner. And I thought and that's why I turned the hero villain into the combination of
that real life story of Greg.
Yeah, no, it's when you posted that, like I love what you've done with those blue elements there. You got them there.
That's really cool.
That was really cool. That's
really
great.
Thank you.
Excellent. So, we got how are you getting on with your build for this evening?
You have to help me out because it is smaller than I had hoped for, but it is on the other hand perfect. I just can't remember what the word for it is, because it is meant to be a Walkman.
Walkman, yeah.
And for the size of a human hand, it's a bit tiny. But back in the day, there was a thingy where
Dictaphone.
Dictaphone, that's the name, right? Yeah, because I think it's perfect. It's not what I had hoped for, but it's kind of now I can walk around and pretend like. It's really
I believe you got the Japanese model.
Yeah.
Like your mini disc or something.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no.
I really like it. It's not really sure if it's worth 2,400 VIP points, but it's cute.
So what is that? 8,000 points translates to £50.
800 is £15.
It's about 15, yeah.
I don't know what it is in euros. If it's the same conversion rate is it 800?
800 can't be. I just got 100 euros for 15,000.
So yours is 7,500 for 50.
Yeah.
750 for €5.
That's slightly better. But I guess it would come down to the rate that you're earning that too.
Yeah, for £1 you get 8 points here. So it depends on how much you earn points.
With conversion rates, it's probably
€1.
You start working out what is the optimal sort of.
Yeah.
You go check the Bank of England conversion.
Yeah.
Which currency earns the most
Yeah.
points per currency unit or something?
I think America does quite well, doesn't it? I think America's like 500 points for 5. I think it's basically.
I think Canadian got a.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I think.
Canadian dollar. But then
the dollar,
their sets are expensive, like in relative terms, because I think they've got over $1,000 sets.
Yeah.
I think some of them are like 1,400 or something. So, and then Harriet is saying 800 points. 800 points is £5.
Yeah.
So,
apart from Black Friday.
Yes,
I was thinking that then.
I'd say Nicole's was going to have a rant, wasn't she?
Well, I need to contact customer service actually because it's not working.
It's sort of like, that's all right. Nicole was going to rant about something. Cue the rant. Not putting you on the spot.
Maybe someone in the chat is out there and can explain it to me, because I really was struggling. I was late to the game again. I saw very, very late that there was this offer of for €5 you can save 75% or triple the amount of VIP points or insider points that you can get if you spend a certain amount. And I was late, but there were still 2 days to go according to the official deadline. And then it said sold out. And someone really needs to explain to me how this theoretically digital discount program can sell out. If I have a deadline, then it should be valid till the end of the deadline. It's I know that if the sets aren't there anymore, if there's a certain set and it's sold out and you know that you only had a certain number, that I can understand. But how can a digital currency sell out?
A digital nothingness runs out.
They definitely need to communicate that better, that they've just hit their threshold for how much they're willing to give away for free.
Right.
Yeah. You get that in other places as well, though. Like when like with O2, like for my phone, you get like priority like rewards and stuff like that. And sometimes there's like a free Greg sausage roll or a free Cafe Nero, but like I've had it run out as I've been going to use it before, because they must just only give out so
yeah,
many.
they've got limits. I happen to be
Yeah.
working on the rewards bit of software at the moment, so I've been learning about this kind of stuff. And yeah, they've just got limits on how much they give, basically, because it's marketing, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their
Well,
marketing.
I think, as what you say, Ollie, it's just poorly communicated. Like, yeah, if you're saying, as Nicole's saying, like you've got it for the 4 days or whatever the Black Friday weekend was, yeah, unless you're saying quite clearly until stocks run out or there's a limit or whatever the verbiage is on it. Yeah, it's just knowing that from previous experience, because even sometimes you get is the top cashback or some of these cashback or voucher cloud or whatever, they'll be like, you know, first 1,000 people get a £10 discount off Lego or whatever it is, voucher or something. My luck with those things, they've never worked, those particular ones. So
That just reminded me, I did have to. So I was saying about Quidco and cashback on Rivendell, and you said about you don't get it with promos. I don't think I'm going to get it with because I got GWP and double points with it, which sucked. But like I asked 2 or 3 other people, and they were all like, "Yeah, I've had it fine with Quidco and GWPs, but I've had to put in a claim for it, but I'm not expecting to get it."
Yeah, no, I've put in a claim once or twice before on different things there, and they talk about some weird sort of thing, and I think I just argued with them so much because everything they came back with didn't make any technical sense. It's like, that doesn't make sense. I think in the end they just went, "Oh, we're sick of arguing with this. We'll just give what it was."
Okay, maybe that's right. Because they did have some vague thing in their terms and conditions about like if something to do with if the retailer's doing a promo, then you might not get it. Or
No, because I don't think it was on that. It was on something else. But I think I started to say, well, because the way that they were phrasing it was pretty much there was a link or something which wasn't working properly, or somehow they knew something, and so like, well, okay, I'm just going to make a GDPR request on this because this doesn't make sense. And I think at that stage they started to go, more trouble than what it's worth here. We'll just give you the 75p or something. It's more the principle than that. So, but yeah. Okay. And just quickly, Bonnie, how far did you get? Whatever you.
I finished mine. I was so happy to build this. It was one of the only things I could find. It's my little Steamboat Mickey GWP. So I was really looking forward to building this, and it's nice and small, so it's not going to be a pain to kind of temporarily display on my desk until it's got a proper home. But yeah, I love how it actually, works. And yeah, it's nice because obviously I missed out on the ideas set when that came out. I'd still like to try and get it, but this is lovely to have this at least. And it was just fun to build. It was really, really good, like seeing it all coming together, and when you're putting your kind of your cogs and all that in, and actually seeing them starting to work. So yeah, no, it's good. I really, really like it. It's a nice size. I think that's a really great size for like a kind of GWP piece.
Yeah, that is quite impressive, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought it would maybe be a bit smaller, but that's a great size. I really like that. It's cute.
I mean, that was the thing when I saw it. It's like, are they going to be able to preserve that feature of the Steam stacks going up and down? And it looks like. Is that?
Yeah, no, they do. I can roll it across the table and it will do it as well. Like, so they've designed it so it catches just the right amount at the bottom.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure if I go like this, it's quite sturdy. Like this is the black bit that makes it spin.
That's just got tires on. Okay.
Yeah. So that they stick out just enough that when you're wheeling it across your table, it does actually still make it move, and the stacks go up and down. So yeah, very, very
good little fidget toy to have on your desk, isn't it?
Just be in a meeting.
So you're there with your blurred out background so that they don't know that you're a Lego fan, but then in front you've got this little steamboat going up and down.
No, I think word's starting to get out across my team that I collect Lego, but not only that I have a YouTube channel, and it's like, oh great, visual managers watch some of my content, and I'm like,
Yeah, a friend of mine found my Lego Instagram account the other day, so I was like to tell somebody like, oh, it's my friends, because I hadn't really told anyone about all this side of my life, I guess. And yeah, it's like, oh, is my mate gonna see me streaming on YouTube, and is that weird or not?
Yeah, it's a weird thing, isn't it? It's a funny concept that we kind of like, I don't know. I think a lot of us do kind of just keep it quiet to ourselves because it's just kind of nice to just kind of be able to do it with a community that's on the same page as you. And
yeah, people don't get it.
Yeah, you don't have to explain it. You don't have to like justify why you're buying toys and all this kind of thing. It's just, it's good.
I mean, people, I did show, this mate did see my Lego office to steal a phase off of Shy the other day, and another mate, and they were impressed. But still, like, I know the YouTube side of it I haven't really told anyone about. I mean, this is what I do, but yeah.
Cool. I think with that, we're going to be hitting up against the 3 hour mark, so I might sort of wind it down and sort of do a quick run around. Everyone sort of say anything you want to give a plug on your social medias and things coming up. So starting with Madlib, what have you got sort of coming up?
Well, I just recently put a video out this week that was for Hogsmeade, and I will be probably just filming another video. I'm going to start doing Christmas sets, obviously, in the lead up to Christmas. So mostly probably videos, and then I might throw in a stream halfway through December. But just before Christmas, it's my birthday, and I've got my birthday, which is the 20th, off. And from that day then through to the new year, I think I'll stream every day and build one of these very large and expensive sets that I bought. Which one I'm not sure yet, but so I think I'll do a stream series through the Christmas to New Year period. And then everything I post I'll be advertising through my Instagram as well, so you can check it out while I'll be going up there.
Brilliant. It's a good way to have one of the big sets and go through it and build it and have that all sort of shared and be able to capture that as well. So, and everybody's at least YouTube channels are down in the description, but most people also on Instagram, so certainly go and check that out. And certainly for Madlib, it'd be good to see you get up to your first 100 YouTube subscribers. So certainly anyone out there hasn't already, definitely give him a follow in that there, because I think we all sort of remember our first 100 and the struggle to get there, and it's always appreciated. But definitely check that out as well. Okay, moving along, Brick Askew, what's sort of coming up in your near future?
I'm going to be doing photos. So I've put the Daily Bugle next to the Bricklink construction site and just been filling that all out. So I'm going to get that photographed. Sorry, it's just over there if you see me looking over, off into the distance. Get that all photographed and on Instagram. And I'm ever so slowly but surely working towards being able to put a stream together myself. Had to go with OBS on the weekend and starting to figure that out. So hopefully that'll happen maybe this side of New Year.
This side of the New Year? Okay, excellent. It's be good to have you doing your own sort of stream with that too. So certainly I'm sure you'll let us know all the details when that happens. And, certainly, I saw on your Instagram that picture of, I thought you had 3 buildings. Was it the Bugle, the construction site, Bricklink Designer, and was it the Sanctum next to it?
No, it's just those 2. I'm trying to think. It might have had the lighthouse in the background because I've got the lighthouse kind of off to the side of it. But I haven't got the Sanctum built yet. But this is about as much room as I got. I can't get another
Another
one in the room.
But it was cool just sort of seeing the bugle next to the construction site. So
yeah, that's kind of been my plan since I got the construction site. I was like, this is gonna look good next to the bugle.
Yeah. Okay then, excellent. All right then, and moving along, KO, what do you have coming up on your socials or YouTube or anything?
I stream on Twitch every Monday at 9 PM. Where I do Lego build, and sometimes people just try to do a drop game, trying to get me to eat the hot chili bean.
Okay, then so you do one of those.
Yeah. So far, I haven't done it.
Stream, I haven't
How
seen
hot is?
I'll have to keep that in mind next time. So
yeah, I can't stream on YouTube until the end of December.
Why is that?
Because I have 2 copyright strikes for using the music.
Okay then, is that
If I receive one more strike, I'll usually try to delete it.
This is a copyright strike, or what's the other one? That's not the. Can't remember.
Pardon?
There's a sort of step down before that, before the actual copyright strike. So I thought the strikes are more for anyhow, whatever. I'm sure. Yeah. So that's. Might have to have a bit of a chat about that because I had something similar. But anyhow, all right then. One Brick Stud. What's sort of in your immediate social media future?
Well, I'm doing my first LAN review. I'm appearing on Lego Masters in a couple of days. No. I had a phone call about a moment ago because they saw this and they were just wowed. No. I've got this Sunday. I'm on Fab Blondie's stream, co-hosting with her, and I'm obviously with Nicole as well. And obviously Family Bricks again next week. And in between, I'm going to continue with the Home Alone set. Probably just take some photos and just upload it onto my Instagram and just show everybody on Instagram I'm progressing with it. And then tomorrow starting my advent calendars and yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's me.
Okay, cool. Well, for the first split second then you had me going, it's like doing your LAN reviews. But then that's cool.
No. I just need to get more than 3 subscribers on my YouTube channel. Maybe.
Yeah,
but I upload no video. So if you're interested in channels that don't upload anything, then please subscribe. I've got
Cool. All right then. Yeah, that's it's great to see that you're out doing the stream with Nicole and Fab Blondie Briggs. Oh, I always get that. Moving on, Nicole, what have you got coming up on your socials?
Hopefully, right there. Hopefully, very, very soon, Avengers Tower. It's shipped. Now I hope that it will be delivered so that I can start building and hopefully creating content as well. Yeah, fingers crossed.
Woo. Yeah, good to seeing it in that spot there. And do you have your Friday stream coming up at some stage?
Next week, not this week. Next week.
Yeah, so not tomorrow. 8 days time. Okay, then.
Right.
Cool. And
exactly.
That's on Instagram at, I want to say, is it 3 o'clock UK time?
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Cool.
It theoretically would have been last week, but last week was Thanksgiving, and that's why we skipped.
Yeah.
Right.
This is the whole lead up to Black Friday and everything like that. So, okay, cool. Brilliant. Yeah. Okay. And Bonnie, what's sort of coming up again, love that poncho. So.
I'll just wear this all the time now. It's fine by me. I actually do. I wear this when I'm working from home. I was wearing this today, and I just don't go on camera because I'm like, no, this is it's not happening.
I think Matt needs Spectator.
It's actually so cozy. It's like furry lined and everything. So, but I'm sure the first time it goes through the wash, it'll probably take the fluff away. So I just need to make sure I don't get it dirty. Yeah. In terms of the channel, obviously, we're still in the midst of moving, and the house is taking priority. So I'm not really making content right now. I'll be on stream hopefully again next week on here. If we get like an element of the living room done, which I'm told we'll have done by the end of this week, then the idea that I had actually was to build our winter village on the kind of cabinets that we'll have as part of our like kind of Christmas decorations, which would be lovely because I know where the winter village parts are, and we have some extra sets that we haven't built as part of that. So if I do get onto that, then I'll definitely try and make some content to share with everyone on that, because that'll be super exciting. I'll make the winter village. But other than that, all my content will really take off more in the new year when we have like the Lego room getting constructed. I'll document all that for everyone, so please look out for that, because I am very appreciative that I've still, despite the lack of content, I've still been getting a steady increase in subscribers, and to the point that I got a notification from YouTube the other day. They were saying that I can now do memberships and things like this, which is really cool, and I didn't have that before. But I'm not going to enable it yet, because then that commits me to like making sure I'm providing members and things with like content and rewards, and obviously I want to make sure that I give people the best that they should get. So yeah, that'll probably be something to look forward to. Save your Christmas pennies for the new year, guys. Yeah. But no, it's nice to have something to look forward to in the new year other than new baby, obviously. But yeah, just kind of chilling, just enjoy the Christmas time, just some hot chocolate and just the odd stream here and there. But yeah.
Oh, brilliant, excellent. Well, yeah, it's been great to have you back on stream. We've missed you, so great seeing you again. And certainly, yeah, we'll look out for your content once obviously you've got your spaces and everything sorted after moving house. It's always a number of boxes that sort of linger around for a little bit. So
yeah, it's challenging when you've got a 1-year-old and then you're like however many months pregnant. It's just a lot. So yeah, we're getting there, considering every single room pretty much needed renovated. We're slowly but surely getting there. But Ollie, how long did it take you to get like all your boxes unpacked? Or are you still?
We've done. I'm still unpacking. We're
oh gosh,
3 months to the day, I think, since we moved. But we've done most of it. We're down to like the last corner. What? I've got mates who have been in a place for 5 years and haven't unpacked, so I'm pretty pleased with 3 months.
It's generally getting to a point where I came across bags earlier today and I looked in them and I went, you know what? I didn't even miss this. I didn't even know I had it.
Yeah.
I just bin it. What was in the bag? Like, it's just a mixture of random stuff, and I'm like.
Yeah, I've got 2 bags over in the corner of this room actually that I like that. It's like I clearly don't need any of this stuff, so let's just sort into which area of the tip to put in.
Yeah, we had a skip at one point, and that still wasn't big enough for everything. But yeah, so we'll get there.
We get there. Yeah, it certainly happens. And KO, thanks very much for joining us. It's been great having you on and catching up and seeing what you're up to in that. So hopefully we can have you on again at some stage.
Thank you for having me here. A lot of fun and chaos.
Yeah. I know. I just randomly my browser just decided to do a refresh, so I disappeared. It's like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
That's the sort of thing. The fun and games of doing stuff live. So for me, back next week as usual. I'm still debating. Last 4 or 5 years, I've done daily advent calendar videos and trying to convince myself to do it again. It's a shame Trevor's not here because they're filled with bad jokes and puns. Just
Oh dear.
Things. So, so I should be trying to get out a top 5 most expensive video. If I'm doing the other ones, that might get put on hold for a bit. We'll just sort of see what happens there. Usual social media, share, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And just have a quick little look at the poll that we had here earlier. Do you like the daily advent calendar posts? I'm sure when we're on Instagram, we'll see everything there, and then some YouTube and all the rest of it. We had 65% say that yes, it's cool. 4% said no, it spoils it. Another 26% no interest, and another 4% is like, aren't you too old for that? So I think
who voted for that?
Well,
I definitely look forward that Chris does it.
No one too old.
Maybe at the end of Christmas season, after Christmas, when we come together, and I will be able to tell Chris, I regret not having bought the Advent calendar from Harry Potter, because now I realize, because I haven't seen it yet. I wait for Chris to tell me.
I will. Don't worry.
Yeah.
When does it retire? Can you still buy it like after in the new year?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can. January, maybe even February.
Yeah.
You can buy them.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, okay. Cool. All right then. Just a quick shout out to everyone who's been there in chat, having a good little chat there. Traveling Noodles, Madlib, Bossman, Trevor's Videos, Omega Man, Bazzer, Harriet, and Shy Time is My Time, amongst others. Just trying to think. That's most of it. There was something else I was going to say. Did the share, like, subscribe. Oh, Replay Gang. Yes. Always love hearing people been watching. Leave a comment and give you a shout out on the next one. And does anybody else want to say anything quickly before we get out of here?
No.
We're all pretty much good. All righty then. We'll see you all same time next week. Have a good week. Bye.
See you later.
Bye.
Messed up is gonna be a super duper.
See ya. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.